Morning, guys. Show's about to start here. Yeah. Oh, this guy. He's got something to say. It's important. Hold on. Shh.
It's...
Oh, yeah. They call him the It's guy from Monty Python. Yeah.
Venti is large.
No, Venti is 20.
Danny.
Yeah. Large is large. In fact, tall is large, and grande is Spanish for large. Venti's the only one that doesn't mean large. It's also the only one that's Italian. Congratulations, you're stupid in 3 languages.
Honey, that's
a
great
coffee. I love that movie, Witness. Now, this commercial I remember as a child.
Smell good ground coffee.
And this is just dark, like my coffee.
Hey, here's your free cup of coffee from a lady in Rhode Island.
What?
It's so funny because my great nephew's MOS, I went to his graduation and everything, and from Fort Leonard Wood, and he was trained as an explosives expert, and his job was to deactivate IEDs and shit like that. And my sister Susan, she got a hold of me. She goes, "Oh, I'm so nervous. I didn't know that his MOS was to be handling explosives. It's like, that's so dangerous." I said, "Look, so relax. Seriously, relax. I mean, he is safe doing his job, more safe doing his job than anything else, because I'm telling you, there are a billion other things that'll kill you in the military before doing your damn job." And my sister was like, "That didn't help, Gerry." I'm like, I didn't say I was there to help. So, but good morning, guys. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Gerry. The show that lasts as long as this mug of coffee. And I'm not going to extend past that. I've actually got a lot of work to do today. But I thought I would start my day off by saying hi to you guys. And let's go to the chat. Of course, Das Wolfen dropped in to let us know that he is at the diagnostic center, waiting for some tests. Probably will miss the show. I then asked him some questions. He didn't respond, so I'm assuming he went in for his test, but I'm hoping he's okay. John is a good friend of mine and Keith's, and we care about him a lot. Let's see. So D-Bud Martin is here. What is up, D-Bud Martin? Stop it!
Stop it now!
Stop doing it, Martin! Good morning, Martin.
Good morning, Gerry.
Oh, good. You're still Mexican.
I'm not Mexican.
I know you're from South America, but you live in Mexico, so
I'm trying to be Mexican.
I mean, I was born in Illinois, raised in Arizona. I'm like the song from King Tut. You know, born in Babylonia, moved to Arizona, King Tut. Beep, beep. Yeah, Steve Martin. But anyway, so I was born in Illinois, raised in Arizona, and then my dad kidnapped me and took me to Virginia, and I consider myself absolutely a Virginian. So you were born in Venezuela, right?
Yes.
Yes. And got the hell out of there, moved to Mexico. And so there you go. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Venezuela is a socialist utopia, or the opposite of utopia. Oh, nightmare. Anyway, good morning, guys. Good morning, Monkey Jeebus. Good morning, Zacharot and D-Bud Martin. I hope you guys are doing well. Away, it's my buddy. Be seeing you. It is just another red shirt who I will be doing a show with coming up on Tuesday. We're going to be doing Rocky 3 on Toxic Tuesday. It was really weird missing this week. I felt like something was wrong. You know, really well. Hey, Real Wits here. Yeah, it's I already had a little tiny story, but I want to make sure I say Jacob the Critic here. What's up, buddy? War Monkey. Good morning to you, sir. Monkey Jeebus. I'm always glad to see you guys. I love waking up to you guys. And I've been officially awake for 2 hours, but I've only got out of bed about a half hour ago. I stayed in bed and I went down the rabbit hole of TikTok videos on Facebook. Seriously, dude. I'm going to do an episode on just fucking doing that. Reacting to fucking TikTok videos on Facebook. And I was born in Virginia. My dad was stationed there. Yeah, I was. Where was he stationed? Because I was out of Fort Belvoir in Virginia. Although we did some temporary training at AP Hill too. And of course, I was in Fredericksburg. I tried to join the Fredericksburg Air National Guard, but they had no slots available. So I ended up at Fort Belvoir with the 29th Infantry Division. I met a girl in the military. She was a fellow medic. And good morning, Dork. I sent you an invite if you want to join me. Watching SNW. I don't know what that is. Gary, did you ever go to Williamsburg? Jesus Christ. I have stories about Williamsburg, dude. One of the best drunk nights I ever had started in Williamsburg and ended somewhere near the waters of the naval base there in Norfolk, Virginia. That's right. I'm from Virginia. I don't say Norfolk. I say Norfolk because that's how we pronounce it in Virginia for some reason. But yeah, dude, banged a lot of ass and drank a lot of beer. Went to a lot of parties. Fucking people were always impressed with the fact that I've controlled vomit. We're walking down the street just hammered, just staggering, and all of a sudden I went, excuse me, and I turned between two cars and I projectile vomited between both of them. My friends were like, how do you fucking do that? I just feel it's coming and I don't want to wear it. I hope not. I want to get that on camera again. I'm talking to Monkey Jeebus asking about Dork Neck shaving. Backdoor. That is not why I'm called Backdoor Gary. I'm called that because Polly, good friend of mine, I fucking love him, can be a dick too. Shit stuck. Banging ass. Yeah, and okay, another little quick story. I met a girl. It was right before I got my daughter back, and I was going to go out on a blind date with her just to take my mind off of things. It was while my daughter was kidnapped, and I just wanted to go out and not have to think about anything. And I'm about to walk out the door, and two of my buddies are there. One of them I work with, and the other one is the son of my boss. And his name is TJ. He's from Oklahoma too. He talked like this. Hey, boy, what you doing? And but oddly, so did my buddy Marshall, the salesman for TruckNet. And he'd go, hi, man. And he's going to go with me fishing, buddy. I'm like, he got that from that movie by Ridley Scott, Fishing Buddy. And then he knew I hated fishing, but I like drinking beer. So I'd go with him and drink beer. So I'm heading out the door. And I said, well, okay, I'm heading out my date. And Marsh goes, gonna go get you some ass. And I just sort of like looked at him like, I wanted to say no, but before I could say anything, TJ goes, hell, that boy couldn't get ass off a toilet. Best burn I ever got was right there. I just sort of looked at him and I'm like, fuck you guys. Oh my God, fuck both of you. Dork Knight's here. Hey, Dork.
Hey, I got molested by my cat, which is why I'm covered in hair. So.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah.
Terrible.
Sure, it was unwanted affection. Yeah, I'm bad.
Pussy all over you.
Yes.
Covered in pussy hair.
I am. Yeah.
Pacific 414. I don't know if he's here. No, I don't see him. but he responded to my tweet about Mission Impossible. I mean, not Mission Impossible, Top Gun Maverick.
SNW stands for Strange New Worlds, by the way. You said you didn't know.
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched the new episode yet. I'll be watching it later. I'm expecting it.
I'm halfway through it.
Mildly enjoyable with a bunch of crap that you got to tolerate.
Well, it's a Leon centric episode. She's the one doing the log. It's got the Gorn.
Yeah, it's like 3 episodes where it's not the captain.
No, I actually like that though. That's how they're focusing.
Well, the thing is captain is the one who does the logs. It's the person that's holding the con that does the logs. And so they just keep pushing him further back and back. Good morning, PJO. How are you doing? My problem is why they're doing it, not that they're doing it.
No, you're braver than me. I cannot watch that.
I watch things because, look, man, I feel like if I save someone else from having to watch a crappy show, it's worth it.
Hey, look, first of all,
I saved a life. Yeah, I've got Star Trek toys too, but they're in storage, so fuck it.
I think I actually like. I don't know why you guys are hating on this show. I love it. It's so good. It's so good.
That's because you aren't a legacy Star Trek fan like us, so you don't get it.
Oh, whatever.
You're not. We're much older than you. We grew up on Star Trek. It is an absolute part of our life.
It's Star Trek, not track.
I didn't say track.
Yeah, you did.
Look at my mouth. Track. That's how you say track. I said Star Trek. See, little to no movement.
Yeah. It's fine. You want to insult me because I'm a little younger than you. It's fine. It's okay.
That's not insulting you. It's just, that's why. You want to know why, and there you go. That I gave you your answer.
No, man.
Guys like Keith and I are older, and we grew up on that shit. That stuff is in our blood.
I grew up on it too. Instead of Saturday morning cartoons, my mom raised me on the original
I wanted
series.
to read this. Sorry.
Okay.
That's like we were watching Doomsday Scenarios, and they were talking about viruses. My buddy said there's a lot of things they can't cure, and I was you are right. There's no cure for each pig. Monkey Jeebus. Yeah, just as soon as I think I'm addicted, I read something Monkey Jeebus said. What's worse, you need to get one of the things I got, dude. I have one of those tape rollers that you can peel off.
Oh yeah, I have one somewhere.
I have to do it all the time because she just won't leave me alone. And man, it exhausts me. What's worse, I haven't seen Snake Eyes, and
I haven't seen
although I did like the one with Nick Cage, which has nothing to do with G.I. Joe.
Jesus, Mom, you got to call me out on everything. Yes, I did wear this to bed. Yes, I just rolled out of bed. Jesus.
I did too. I rolled out of bed at 30 minutes before the show. I was awake. And I went down the rabbit hole of TikTok videos over on Facebook, and I just kept.
I don't. Look, Monkey Jeebus. Cece's already wouldn't sleep in the bed with me last night. I got to shave today. It's all good. You don't got to rub it in.
No, rub it in. It's fun. But we gonna do it on the show live again. When are you shaving it?
Whenever I need a razor. Like I was gone for a couple weeks. She didn't get me a new razor. And I'm like, hey, if you want me to shave this thing off, you got to get me a razor. So I can't just will it away. I got to have I have to have the correct, the right tools for the job.
Well, this show is basically my version of Captain Kangaroo. So Mr. Green Jeans today is played by Dork Knightley. And I also love Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And so Mr. McFeely is being played by Occam's Lightsaber, a.k.a. Martine.
Gosh, I have got cat hair all over me. Jesus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as my mom pointed out, I did get to my buddy took me. I don't know if you saw the pictures, but took me to.
We all saw the pictures last night. We were all looking at them live.
It was fun, man. I've never been that close in my life. Those a lot
of sausage. I started wondering if it was like a gay bar.
You're funny. No, I the electric razor is what I'm talking about, Mom. She's got to get me a little refill for it. You know, like the blade.
Right. Hey, real wit, we're all jealous of that fucking mustache, dude. Nobody grows a mustache like Dork. And what sucks is his wife hates it.
I know, man.
It reminds me back when Kurt Russell had to grow that big ass mustache for playing in Tombstone, and he was on the Tonight Show talking about it, and he is like, talking. They asked about Goldie, what she thought of it, and she puts up with it. It was clear she didn't like it.
You'd figure she'd like the taint tickler, but no, she's not a fan.
Not a fan. I know a lot of women. Here's the funny thing, Mike. My wife won't kiss me if I shave. I look so childlike. It's weird. It's creepy. And so after watching the first season of Picard, I hated it. Well, a lot of people did. Even Dork fucking hated it.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Trust me. Don't watch season
My problem really with the new Star Trek is Kurtzman is still finding ways to put his woke shit in there and fuck the story up. And on top of that, Akiva Goldsman gets these great ideas from people that are pitching the stories in the meetings and then is overseeing the scripts, and he doesn't know how to fucking write. So there are problems within each one of the scripts. Always. There's always a fucking problem. I mean, I can get Script Doctor in here if he's awake right now, and he'll tell you the same thing. Structurally, there's always a problem with it. But God damn it, that episode, was it the last one? Yeah, the last one with Spock and Pike. That part of the story was amazing. The girl fight shit was just goofy. But that fucking scene with Pike and Spock were good.
I'm really liking Spock. I'm really liking Spock.
Too. That episode made me like him. Good morning, Isaj. How are you doing, man? How's it going in Eastern Europe?
I want to give a shout out to my best friend Mike. His daughter Michaela just graduated high school. So congrats, Michaela. She's heading to Utah Tech University. She lettered all 4 years of high school you don't have to keep me on the big screen. And she
I was in the middle of picking my nose, so I wanted to make sure. I'm just kidding.
But this is my buddy whose wife passed, and this is his daughter. So yeah, so it's he actually stayed the night last night because he called me up. He was like, both his girls were away, and I was like, and he was kind of sad, and I was like, bro, just come over here. I was like, dude, just come over.
Hey, it's Arwen Avalon and Socks. Hey, Socks, what's up? Socks Bulletin and Arwen Avalon is right here.
Arwen, you
hello, Arwen.
You gotta join us. We need some estrogen in this.
Well, I'm getting ready to tell army stories. If you want to join us, Arwen, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to be telling, at least one story, because on my post last night for Top Gun Maverick.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched it last night.
Oh shit, I haven't seen it yet. How was it?
IMAX?
Here. I'll show you what I thought of it. Share the screen. Here we go. We're going to share the screen. Share. There it is. Top Gun Maverick is the best fucking Star Wars film since 1980. Yes, that means I enjoyed it. Great escapism, honors those who serve, excellent action, and a good story about forgiveness, redemption, and becoming the best version of yourself. I was pleasantly surprised.
Wow.
That was a fucking movie, and I was squeeing.
Nice.
I was like, oh my God.
So,
at the end.
Did Iceman dies in it, right? That's his funeral.
I'm not fucking saying a word. I'm going to give one thing away. I will just simply say they intentionally and have admitted to it. The director admitted to it that the original Top Gun definitely had DNA from Star Wars in it. But this time it is directly stealing / giving an homage to Star Wars, or some people call it Star Wars A New Hope.
I know. I know you didn't go
see
this. I know you didn't go see this in the theater. Send me a link, bro. Send me a link. I know you got a link.
We'll talk after the show. I love it. Here we go. Che asked me, Cavatino Che, infantry. Big question. Did you feel like going to the beach and play volleyball? And I replied, well, hold on. First I said, I got to get to all of those. Oh, come on. I'm trying to click on it. There we go. I said, I have never felt like doing that, ever going to a beach and playing volleyball. And then I said, well, maybe in ninth grade I did, because I played volleyball for a little bit in ninth grade. But then it was like, no, I don't really. So I said, but after that, I was into boxing, baseball, and football. I liked contact sports or precision sports.
The closest I ever came to volleyball was I really enjoyed watching the girls play volleyball. That's for sure.
Yes, that's always fun. A lot of people seem to be agreeing with me on the quality of the film. Some are ready to check it out because a lot of us are saying this is a very enjoyable fucking film. Go watch it. I thought it was more enjoyable than the original, to be honest with you. There was so much in it that
blasphemy.
I gotta tell you, man. I'm sorry. I always share my friends' shows and links. Who's this one? Oh yeah, okay. Like, share. Yeah, I'm gonna stop because one of my rituals when I get up in the morning is go to Twitter and start looking at what my friends have posted or things about my friends that have been posted. And if they're links, I share them.
I usually do that while I'm pooping. How do you make a cup of coffee last so long? I'm already done. I need to get a refill.
One, it's a mug. Two, I train myself to drink slowly and not gulp. I have this missed the mark.
I forget my name.
Not getting Ryan Gosling simply because a Gosling is a baby goose.
Oh, somebody said I look like Goose the other day on Facebook because of the mustache.
Yeah, for the mustache. Yeah. But then again, almost all gay porn from the 80s look like Goose.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get a refill on my coffee. I'll be back.
I'm actually glad Ryan Gosling wasn't in it, to be honest with you. I don't think he would have worked. The kid did a good job. I can't think of his name. He was in Fantastic Four as Reed Richards. Not a good film. And I didn't think he was a good Reed Richards. Yes, Crazy Cat Lady, Arwen. Let's see. Arwen, you just made me into a rookie. Yeah. She is a crazy cat lady. Yeah, I remember that.
Hello, the lovely.
Well, I used to have a Keurig in my office, but it ended up getting left in storage, so I don't have it here. Good morning, lovely Sherry. How are you doing? Let's see. I'm trying to go through these so I can read them. Miles Teller, that's the dude. Thanks, Jeeves. And we're caught. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I had to take it over for a second. So, yeah, basically, in that conversation yesterday, let me go back. Where's it at? There we go. So I'm trying to recall where it got written in here. Was it in this? Somebody wrote a little comment about push-ups. Oh, it was on my other post. That's right. Let me go find that post. I did a post about, because I was posting as I was watching the film, and I really, really thoroughly enjoyed the push-up scenes. Now, in the Army, we don't call them push-up. It's called the front-leaning rest position. And you get into that position. This is a picture of my dog that is on my app. Now, when you look at this and you imagine me not wearing my glasses, where it says step, and my blurry eyes, I look at it looks like my dog has human-looking teeth. It just trips me out every time I look at it.
Sonic.
Fucking. And of course, I interacted with Ethan Van Sciver last night with the talking about David Zaslav. Let's see, where was I got to find the original post because that was his post. Here we go. There will be a reckoning. And of course, he was responding to my comment here, which is that's because the idiots at Warner Brothers are incapable of learning at Ethan Van Sciver. This is why the gods of AT&T have sent Zaslav to smite them all. No one there is safe. The Red Wedding is coming. But seriously, fuck Warner Brothers. I don't like him. And that was his original post because this is fucking insane. This is insane. Nobody there has a rational fucking mind on how to cash shit. Warner Brothers is just, they're flailing like a fish that's been pulled up on shore and just gasping for air. New Top Gun was great, by the way. I had low expectations. I kind of went in just not expecting anything. I was okay with the trailers and stuff, but I couldn't tell, man. Those could have been the best moments in the film. They were not. There were some great fucking moments in that film. And that final fucking battle, dude, and what happens? Shit, man. Fuck you. That was great. Yeah. Or beat your face. That was a command. If you heard that command, you dropped. They would either say, drop. Give me 20. Or actually, I never heard a drill instructor ever say that. Or sergeant. And people think that, after basic training, nobody smokes you. You get smoked. That's why I laughed so hard watching that movie, The Hurt Locker. When he talks shit to a senior officer or NCO, he gets in. I'm like, that dude would have been smoking his ass all fucking day. All fucking day for doing that in front of people. That shit is not tolerated in the military. NCOs, senior officers, and senior NCOs lose face if they let that go. And that's why that scene was so fucking ridiculously unbelievable. And there's a lot of unbelievable shit in that film. Nobody fucking leaves the green zone to run on a mission that they came up with themselves. You don't fucking leave the fob like that. That's bullshit.
Hey, man. Are we talking about this green zone? What are we talking about here?
So let me go back to my profile because I wanted to bring up where it came into play, telling Army stories today. So that fucking picture of my dog, that's ridiculous. I watched part of this movie and I had to stop it because I needed to go to bed. I'm going to finish it later today.
What is that? What movie is that?
Memory with Liam Neeson and Guy Pearce.
Never heard of
the
it.
opening scene has him dealing with a guy prostituting his own daughter. And
Jesus Christ.
Things go south quickly. Gun comes out. The FBI comes rolling in. And already, I'm telling you, his head and shoulder is showing. And they're all within 10 feet of him. They would have dropped him. They would have dropped him. In real life, they would have just dropped him.
Is this on like Netflix or Prime or?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And so basically, they would have dropped him there. But I get it. We need the drama, the tension. Okay. But then the guy takes the gun off his daughter and points it right into the face of Guy Pearce. And in real life, that was the end of it right there. Absolutely every weapon would have fired at that point right at his fucking head.
Who's that actor? I can't
there would have been no miss. There would have been no misses.
Is that an actual? I can't
Actual
tell
what?
who that. Like,
I don't know who that is.
Okay, it's not.
The other actor is Guy Pearce, the one with the gun.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know who it is.
The one with the gun is what I'm asking.
And it annoyed me because I hate shit like that. Where they do things that are overly unrealistic. Very true, Monkey Jeebus. I watched the story. Oh, wait. What did Monkey Jeebus say?
Oh, they're talking about Injustice 2, which, look, I mean, if you want to talk about like evil Superman, like that's some scary shit, You ever play Injustice?
No, I did not. I played first-person shooter games.
There's a comic version of it also, but it's basically Joker kills Lois Lane, Superman loses his mind and becomes a villain. So it's like the short version of it.
That sounds like somebody who doesn't understand Superman. My company commander left us in the pool for 3 hours to smoke us. No one was allowed to touch anything but water. Yeah, treading water. And I'm telling you, people think, oh, that's nothing. You fucking do it. You can't touch the bottom, can't touch the sides. You got to tread water upright. Yeah, I feel bad for Marines and Navy that have to do that shit. Let's see. Big fan of Guy Pearce. I am too. He's one of those few actors I'll watch a movie simply because he's in it. Yeah, Rover. Surprisingly good film, and Robert Pattinson is in that. Pattinson did a really good job in that, playing a simp. He's slow, or as
a simp.
The medical name for that is mentally retarded. It's mental retardation. People don't like those words for some fucking reason. They would rather come up with words like mentally handicapped, which means something far worse than being slow, which is retarded. Retarded means slow. That's all it means.
Yes, War Monkey, it is an alt story, but you know, that's what I.
God damn, Gerry.
Shut up.
I'm not talking.
But you
I
should.
am not here.
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
The man with 6 fingers. So it's. There was a post yesterday I did of doing push-ups, and I couldn't find it, and I'm trying to find it. Let me, because it's one of the funniest things when you see somebody write a check with their mouth their ass can't keep in the military, and they get smoked for it. Was fucking hilarious, man. We all enjoyed it. Here it is. Anyone who has served in the military will get a laugh out of the push-up scenes in Top Gun Maverick. Nothing is more fun than someone getting smoked for writing a check with their mouth that their ass couldn't keep. And Storyman Jack, of course, who's a veteran like myself, replied back with saluting Patton. But then Peyton Holden, which I told him to come watch the show today, he said, one word, diamonds. Now, if you're not in the military, you don't know what the fuck that means. I know what it meant.
Hey, Monkey Jeebus.
And I told him that I had a story that I was going to tell today. He says, beat your face and tell. And I said, come by the show tomorrow morning and I will tell the story. So here's the link for today's show. And the story goes as this. The entire company was outside the armory, and you wait your turn, and you're sitting out there, and it's hot as fuck, mid-July in fucking Missouri. So you're always near 100 degrees with all that fucking humidity here, because it's a humid state, Missouri. In fact, I swore I would never fucking live here when I was in the Army. I said, I fucking hate this state. Then I end up living here.
You know what's crazy about humidity? When I went to Texas, I could literally feel it when I breathed. Like the air was thicker. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just it. Like when I went to Honduras, we went on a temporary duty when I was in the Guard. We had to go down there and protect a road crew, an American construction company building a highway. Now, God damn it, you derailed me, you son of a bitch. I'll come back to that in a minute. So we're outside the armory waiting to get our weapons. We're going to be doing some rifle training, weapons training. We're going to go out to a range, and we're going to march all the way out there.
You're going to tell us how you can
So
field
we're
strip
all
a
sitting
rifle
in circles.
blindfolded.
We're sitting in circles. My squad, each squad was in its own little circle, and each squad leader was the center of that circle, and it was our job to watch our guys. So we're sitting there waiting, and all of a sudden I see this reservist drill sergeant walking towards me. I think he's about I think he's younger than me by about a year. I think he's a 25-year-old black man, and really liked the guy. I really liked him. But this was not when I liked him. We were just met, and he had heard something about me. So he comes walking over to me, and I'm looking at him, and he breaks the circle, comes in, and he's like, "Yo, you're Private Kissel, right?" I went, "Yeah, I'm Private Kissel." He says, "I hear you're married. You got a kid." And I'm like, "Where the fuck is this going?" I was just like, why are you having a casual conversation with me? He's starting a drill instructor out in front of everybody's having a casual conversation with me. And I'm like, this ain't right. Something's up here. So I said, yes, drill sergeant. And he says, oh, we can talk casual. I went, okay. It means drop the drill sergeant, because we were trained that the first word out of your mouth is drill sergeant, the last word out of your mouth is drill sergeant. So it's drill sergeant, blah, 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 drill sergeant. And it was really fucking crazy. It was just all about breaking you down and teaching you military respect, all that shit. And it changed when you go to AIT. Even though you have drill instructors in AIT, they don't like to be called drill
for those of us
sergeant. They like being called.
What's AIT mean?
Advanced individual training.
Okay, thank you.
That's where you get your MOS. Your first training, basic training, teaches you how to be a basic soldier.
What's MOS, man? Come on, like
military operational occupational services. Means what your job is. On his southern roots. So I'm standing there, and this drill sergeant's like walking up to me to talk to me, and I thought it was really just odd. And so, you know, my brain is usually a few steps ahead of everybody when they're talking to me. I'm already aware of what's going on before they think they've given me the clue. So I immediately think this guy's going to fuck with me, because that's what drill sergeants do. It's their job, is to fuck with you. So I'm like, yes, I'm married and have a child. He says, how old are you? I said, I'm 26. I'm a year older than him. He said, I'm 25. And I said, cool. And he says, you got any photos of your wife and kid? And I'm like, yes. Now, here's the secret. I was wearing my wedding band when I was in the Army because I knew I was going to be going to combat medical training. And there's going to be a lot of females, and I wanted to keep them leaving me alone. I was already separated. I was already separated. So I kept my wedding band on. Also, I wanted the BAQ, and I would send the money home. So BAQ is it's base pay for housing is really what it is.
What's that stand for? You keep using all these.
Look it up. BAQ. And BAQ is an extra pay you get as a soldier if you have family for housing. It's to help pay for rent. And it's basic allowance for quarters, I think, is what that BAQ is.
Thank you.
And so I would send that money home for my kid, my son. So the sergeant's asking this question. And I'm like, yeah, I have a picture of my wife and kid. And actually, I had a picture of my girlfriend, Patty Bagley, who's still the only ex I've ever stayed friends with, because she's an amazing human being. She really is. And she had a big impact on me as a person.
It's called BAH,
so
by the way.
I pull out a picture of her. She's blonde, blue-eyed, beautiful. And then I show a picture of my son, who's just a handsome little boy. And he goes, "This is a really good-looking family." I went, "Thank you, Drill Sergeant." He says, "You want to?" Swear to God, this is what he said. "Do you want to see a picture of my girlfriend?" And I'm like, "Okay, here's the setup. I'm being set up. This is a setup. I know it's a setup." And I went, "Sure, Drill Sergeant." And so he pulls out his Velcro wallet, because we all have military Velcro wallets.
Yes, Drill Sergeant.
You rip it open, show stuff. It's to keep shit from falling out. It's really what it's all about. Same thing with your wristwatch. We all had military wristwatches, which were covered by a fabric band to keep it from reflecting and being damaged while doing soldier shit. So he pulls out his wallet, rips it open like that, pulls out a photo of the single most butt fucking ugly woman I have ever seen in my fucking life. She climbed up the ugly tree and ate every limb on the way down. When she fell out of the tree, shit the limbs out from the ugly tree and ate them again and then shit them again. This is the single fucking wide face. Like nothing looked normal on her. Nothing looked normal. No. So I am looking at this and I am in panic mode now, because he's showing this photo to me of the single ugliest fucking human being I have ever seen, told me it's his girlfriend, and I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, he's going to smoke me if I say the wrong thing here. What do I do? What do I do? I can't compliment her, but I can compliment the photograph. So I said, that's a great photo of an ugly woman. And I just simply said, that's a great photo. He says, thanks. That's my sister. And I went there, and I think somewhere he lost his direction of where he was going with fucking with me. And he handed me the fucking cards. And I looked at him and I went, oh,
the rest of your life.
So
better make an ugly woman your wife. Sorry.
That's okay. So I'm looking at him as he said that to me, and I said these exact words. So that's how it is in your family.
Oh.
I can't help myself. I do have a filter, but most of the time I'm like, fuck it, go ahead and say it. Fuck it, say it. And I said it, and I swear to God, the expression on that man's face, man, his lips went, and his eyes got so huge when he looked at me that I could see the whites above and below his fucking irises. I was like, those are some like fuck eyes, man. And he was like,
so you had to clean latrines for the next 6
and I
months.
looked at him, and in response to Peyton Holden, I put my hand in a diamond shape. And I said, I imagine you just want me to beat my face right now. And he goes, no, we're cool. We're cool. And I'm like, what? And now the thing I failed to mention at this point is every single person in my squad is like this. They're just they, and I swear to God, this is so totally true. And Kyle Fisher is a Facebook friend of mine. He was in my squad. He'll fucking tell you what I would do. And he walked away, and I swear to God, the look on that drill sergeant's face, man, as he's walking away from me, was him like this, trying to figure out, where did I go wrong? I lost this somewhere. Where did I go wrong? And he walked away looking totally stupefied. And I'm just standing there watching him walk away, wondering, how the fuck did I not just get smoked? And then I turn and I see my squad all looking at me with their mouths open. And I looked at every single one of them just like, and they're all in awe. And I said, shut your mouths. We're not codfish. Which is, of course, a line from Mary Poppins.
Sorry.
And hey, Soul Assassin, what's up, man? And but like Kyle Fisher, Julio, John Davis is still a good friend of me. He's the godfather of my son. And good God, man, I got to tell you, dude. These guys, Kyle Fisher in particular, he was blown away. And one morning I took on a drill sergeant from another platoon during AIT, because we all went from basic to AIT. Half of us did.
Cece says hi, by the way, guys.
Sorry. Hi, Cece.
Hi,
And
Cece.
So while we're down there in AIT, I was immediately again made squad leader. And that drill sergeant would just, he called me his top dog. He always referred, because we actually didn't have a platoon guide at that point. Our platoon sergeants, we had 2 platoon sergeants outside of the drill instructors. And then, of course, each platoon had 4 squad leaders. And I was second squad. And my drill sergeant would yell at other drill sergeants who tried to fuck with me. He goes, hey, man, you don't fuck with my top dog there. Leave him alone. That was when I heard him yell that, he was yelling at Drill Sergeant Bajani, who I loved. He was a great guy. He'd come in every night for lights out. He goes, hey, everybody, do you want me to tell you a story? And we'd go, yes, Drill Sergeant. And he would go, okay, so I got off work last night, drove home, got in my door. My kids were already asleep. I grabbed my wife. I threw her on the sofa and fucked the shit out of her. End of story. Good night. Lights out. I love fucking Bajani. He was so fucking funny. And but we just had such good rapport with these drill sergeants. This one drill sergeant walks up to me and he's trying to fuck with me. And I'm like with my squad, and I've got them in formation. I'm in front of them, waiting for our senior instructors to come. And this drill sergeant from another company comes over and he's like, hey, man, you're going to do this, that, and the other thing. I said, drill sergeant, I'm not doing anything. This is my squad. And he started to fucking berate me in front of my people. And I said, you say one more word to me, drill sergeant, and I'm going to have my senior drill sergeant come over and speak with you, because you don't have anybody come over and fuck with you while you've got your squads or your platoon. And the same thing goes to us. You're to extend the same courtesy to us who are, as squad leaders, we are temporary NCOs. I wore the stripes.
NCO?
Non-commissioned officer.
Okay.
That means you are the sergeant, all the sergeants going up, all the way to sergeant major. And then past that, you have to go to OCS, which means Officer Candidate School, where you become an officer if you want to do that. Most guys that are, college graduates or guys who have degrees or license certificates in the medical field go straight. They go to basic training via OCS.
Forward, never straight. Come on now.
Okay. But
so I do want to say I have a mad amount of respect for people who serve. I sadly hold the distinction. I am the first male in my family, because my cousin was the first in my generation, and he was in the Air Force. My brother and I did not join the military, and I've always said I wish I had, and I feel like we should be like Israel, like it should be mandatory. I think like everybody should.
Well, I think that service, it should be mandatory after high school, 2 years, and I don't care if it's military, but you need to have service in something.
I feel like we've talked about this before.
We have, because it was something we talked about early on when we met.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was looking at something Ethan Van Skyver just said. So we had a chief named Huckleberry. We had one drill sergeant in basic training. He was actually with the other company. I was with Bravo. Mine was Bravo, and we were Bravo 410. And I was with 1st Platoon, Bravo 410. In basic training. They did away with it. I found out recently. The barracks are still there, but they did away with Bravo 410. And that's an old one. That goes all the way back to World War II.
When did they change Green Berets to Rangers? Like, when did that happen?
That never happened.
That never happened?
No, Green Berets are part of Special Forces, but a lot of people misconstrue what the Green Berets are because of that movie that came out in the 60s with John Wayne, that their job was to go and infiltrate and do damage. And that's not really what the Green Berets do. To be in the Green Berets, you have to be multilingual.
So
their jobs,
correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Dad tried to say he was a Green Beret, but I don't think he was. I think it was.
Yeah, Rangers are airborne.
Oh, it definitely wasn't a Ranger then.
Now, agreed, most of your Green Berets are certified. Jump school. They all went to jump school because you have to be able to do that. But the fact is Green Berets are special forces, and they are effectively trained in combat, but they're not door breachers. They're not door kickers. Their job is to move into a certain location and make peace with the local inhabitants and use that local inhabitants for intelligence. And that's why to be in the Green Berets, you need to be multilingual.
So, Mom, what are you saying no to? I'm confused. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
But huge mistake. Rangers are fucking badass. I wanted to be a Ranger. I really did. I wanted to be a combat medic because originally I wanted to be a hospital corpsman with the Marine Corps. But when I spoke to the Navy recruiter, he was like, "You only have a 20% chance of joining a Marine unit as a combat or as a hospital corpsman." And I said, "So it's an 80% chance I'll end up on some naval base or on a ship or something." And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah, the risk is too great. I don't want to be in the Navy." So I said, "I'm going to the Army. That's 100% guaranteed to be with an infantry unit," which is what I wanted. And I was older than everybody when I went in. It was absolutely a Stripes moment. I'm sitting there with a guy who is still a close friend of mine to this day. The two brothers, Pat and John, man. God, two crazy Irish guys. And John was already in the military, and he took me down to the recruiter. And we had one of those stripes moments where the guy asked me, "Are you now, or have you ever been homosexual?" And I'm like, "Is this a requirement?" I didn't want to repeat exactly what Bill Murray said, but I did say, "Is this a requirement?"
I love my mom just roasting. She says your father was never anyone important in the Army.
Neither was I. I was not important. I mean, my guys loved me. I was a medic. I took care of my guys. But during training, AIT, crazy shit would happen, man. And we were out
AIT?
during training, and we had gotten.
What's AIT mean? You gotta.
I said before, advanced individual training.
Training. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. And Keith, I sent you an invite through Twitter if you want to join me. So during training, we went out in the field, and we're out there and in the desert, and we get an alert, because I'm going to tell you, those old chemical alerts that you put, they look like thumpers from the movie Dune in '84. Yeah, there's spikes that you put in the ground. They got sensors on them. When they go off, Skunk Pistol set them off. I'm dead serious. The Skunk Piss has set off those alarms. And good God, man, we didn't get it all clear. So we're out there. It's fucking 110 degrees in the shade. And we're wearing MOP level 4. Now, any of you in the military know what that is. You guys don't. MOP level 4 means you have every single protective clothing required in dealing with gas or nerve agent. It's a charcoal filtered oversuit that goes over your uniform. You've got your uniform on underneath it. It's all sealed, and you're wearing a pro mask, protective mask. It's got the two things here, and it's a non-rebreather. And you got to seal it to make sure. You got to actually do a test to make sure it's sealed.
My mom is roasting pops in the chat. This is hilarious. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Barely made honorable discharge. I know a few guys like that. So we're standing there, and we got this one guy in my squad. I fucking hated this guy. I really fucking hated him. Little tiny guy. I wish I could remember his last name. Little froggy dude. I fucking hated him, man. Always complaining about everything all the time.
Because he always wanted to jump.
So we're sitting there, and he's bitching because we hadn't gotten an all clear. And I said, "What do you want me to do about it?" He says, "Well, let's just take the gear off." I said, "We don't take the gear off until we get an all clear." And he's like, "Well, that's bullshit. You're in charge here. We're burning up." And I said, "Then we're fucking burning up. I'm burning up with you."
Sorry.
Thank you.
Damn, Mom, put him on blast.
Jeez, Marie. So I'm standing there, and this guy is pissing and moaning, telling everybody that I'm the worst squad leader because I won't take command. And in front of everybody, I turned towards this guy, and I bitch slapped him.
Ooh, like you did the Will Smith?
Oh, I've bitch slapped guys. It's actually, I use the ball of the hand when I hit him. So it's not really a slap. It's sort of a punch, but with an open hand.
Open-handed.
But I did this in a spinning way. I went this way, a sweeping slap, but I hit him with the ball of the hand hard enough that I did it on purpose to spin his fucking pro mask to the side of his head to where he was exposed to the air.
Is somebody shoveling snow? What is that?
I said, that's Keith. Keith breathing heavy. Okay. He's a perv. He likes to give obscene phone calls.
Oh my God.
So
there's a reason why my brother was Darth Vader.
Yeah. So this kid, spins the mask back and clears it real quick and looks at me and he's like, "Motherfucker, I'm going to get you report. I'm going to report you." And blah, 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 blah. And I turned to one of the other people. I said, "There you go. If he doesn't die in the next 10 minutes, we're all clear." And I walked away. And everybody said that it wasn't true. Everyone in my squad said I did not hit him. That I gently assuaged his mask off his face.
So I don't know who's supposed to, there you go. That's funny, but I was gonna go for the sometimes you just have to smack a bitch.
I got to tell you, man, because I bitch slapped another dude during basic training right in front of a drill sergeant. And what was going on was, look, our platoon was made up of people with the last name that started with the letters J, K, and L. So everybody, and we had a lot of people with the same fucking last names. And just so happened, my little buddy was named Jones. And then there was this fucking douche nozzle also named Jones. And for some reason, this one morning,
I love that word, douche nozzle.
one Jones decides to fuck with the other Jones. And he's all up in his grill. And we just finished our run. We've been doing side straddle hops, which are jumping jacks, and push-ups and just setups. And we're all doing our cool down. And we've all got a little bit of free time while the drill sergeant's doing his thing. And so Jones turns to this other Jones and starts telling him, you don't know how to do this shit. You don't know what you're fucking doing. And he's using the knife hand, or as we like to jokingly refer to it, as a drill sergeant's hand. And it's, we call it that because the knife hand or drill sergeant hand is aerodynamically designed to instruct, direct, and punish, drop, and beat your face. Point at the ground. That's all they do. Point at the ground. They would just look at you. You would do something stupid. They look at you and you just go, drop that hand to the ground, and you knew what you had to do. You immediately went into the front-leaning rest position. No words were spoken. And there's no thing, I was going to say this earlier, there's no such thing as drop and give me 20. Drill instructors fucking drop you and don't let you up until they're ready to let you up. And God knows how many fucking push-ups. My favorite one that they would do, absolutely, there's a commercial out that does this. And I think it's even in the movie where somebody did that in the Top Gun movie, where they'll go like 1, 2, as you do a push-up. And you're doing full push-ups instead of the half move, which is a real nightmare. He's 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. And you're like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? It's like, they're just getting in your head. So this guy is like, Jones is pointing at the other Jones, fucking giving him shit. And God, man, it's so fucking annoying. It was really, this one Jones guy was just getting on my fucking nerves doing this all the time. He was complaining about our leadership all the time. I can do your job better, man. You guys suck. And then he would get in other soldiers' faces. And I just turned to him one morning, and I said, hey, man, you can't get being a buck fucking private right. What makes you think that you can tell somebody else how to be a soldier better than if you can't do it? And he turned to me and he says, why don't you mind your own business, and put the drill sergeant hand in my face, that knife hand. And I looked at that and I'm like, hey, dude, you better take that drill sergeant hand out of my face before I bitch slap you in front of everybody. And then you're going to be really embarrassed. And the smart move would have been to just drop the hand, but he didn't want to do that. So what he did was he did this, he's pointing at me. And instead of just dropping his hand like that, he went in my face, up, and then down. And it was a gesture that I didn't like. I was like, no, sir, I don't like it. So before his hand reached his own hip, I again bitch slapped him in front of everyone, spun him and knocked him about 10 feet. And God, it was beautiful because it was dry Missouri, and that red earth and perfect little Wile E. Coyote dust cloud billowed around his body as he hit the ground.
So he slapped a hoe like a pimp. He might be a woman beater, but he's not a whoops. Anyway.
And so I'm like, just having like this moment of looking at him. And I went, well, that's it, And this guy here, that's Jones, that was getting yelled at by him. I don't have a photo of the other Jones because I didn't like him. But he may be in this photo somewhere because this is our platoon. And I'm looking for him. Yeah, that's TJ. That fucking guy would wake up in the middle of the night and run to me going, yo, man, I can't feel my arm. I think I had a stroke. And I'm like, you fucking laid on it wrong. It's asleep. Stop waking me up. That was this guy. He was so fucking funny. I do not. This is Gulak here. One of my that's Julio. Gulak. He was one of my best friends. Gulak. He got recycled, man. I don't know if he couldn't shoot worth a shit.
Oh.
And I did not get to shoot for him. I shot for another guy. I think that's me in the back. All the tall guys were put on the back row. But I'm looking for him. We had he was Navajo, and he too couldn't shoot worth shit. And I was put on training him and teaching him how to shoot. This guy, that's Cowboy. He wanted to be a plumber, but in the Rangers. He wanted to be an airborne plumber. So goofy. There he is. There's that piece of shit right there. That's Jones right there. And this is the Navajo guy I was talking about that I had to train. And I shot for him. I shot qualified already. So he went next to me in the foxholes. And instead of shooting my own targets, I shot his targets for him. And guys, we would kick the bullets out into the dirt from that shot before me. So we had extra rounds just in case. We all cared about each other, man. We were a unit. We were very good friends. Except for that guy. I fucking hated. Look at that scowl. God, if you can't see it, man, that guy's scowling.
Everybody's scowling.
No, we all have straight faces. That dude is scowling right there. He was unhappy about every fucking thing. And he constantly bitched about Julio as our platoon guide. And one day he complained in front of our drill sergeant Schmaltz when he got back from vacation.
Schmaltz.
And Schmaltz, I fucking love Schmaltz. He cracked me up, man. And he's complaining, and he had one of those fucking military voices that was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, dirty voice, from yelling too much. Yeah. He's like, he goes, "Julio, you are fired. Jones, you were hired. What are you gonna do different?" And Jones is like, I Jones, you are fired. Julio, you are rehired. Jones, don't fucking complain to me again. That fast, man. I fell in love with him. I'm like, you're the greatest dude I ever met. And
I shared my screen with you. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were.
Yeah, so I bitch slapped Jones, this guy right here. I fucking bitch slapped him hard.
Which one? Point at him again.
This guy right here, the scowling dude.
Okay.
And he spun, hit the dirt, and that beautiful red dust cloud built around his body.
Where are you?
That's me right here. I pointed me out a minute ago.
No, like
that's me right there.
Oh, wow.
Tall guys were all put on the back row. Now you see this motherfucker right here. He's the one we call Great Babe.
Motherfucker Jones.
He ran and his arms would his arms like were a gorilla. And he was a big dude. He's kind of chubby. I don't know how he got in. And he couldn't do shit with the push-ups. That he almost got recycled over it. But anyway, he ended up in basic with us, and he was a really nice guy. We got along really well, chummy with each other. He yells, "You get Jones, I got Kissel." And he comes running at me with those fucking crazy arms. And I'm just like, you're not going to touch me. And I did a step to the right, and I just parried. It's called the runner step, and you turn on the runner step, and I just sent him flying in another direction. It's an Aikido move. And he went flying in another direction. And I started walking towards Jones. I said, nobody's going to save you, man. Nobody's going to save you. You started this. So get up. I'm going to beat you the way you deserve to be beat. I'm going to show you what it feels like when a grown man beats a child. Get up. And he wouldn't get up. He wouldn't get up. So I started getting angry. And I started kicking him on the bottom of his boot as he kept trying to scramble away from me. And the more he did this, the angrier I got. He said, no. You started this shit. You wanted to act like a tough guy. I'm going to show you what it's like when you deal with an actual tough guy. because I know how to fight and I'm going to fuck you up. Get up. No, you earned this. This is your beating day. And he wouldn't get up, and I ended up kicking him so hard on the bottom of his boot as he's scrambling away from me that I shot his foot up and his knee smashed him in his own face, and it knocked him back. And everybody's like, oh! And I'm like frothing now, and I'm serious. I had cotton mouth, fucking white.
Oh, so you were foaming. You were foaming.
I was fucking angry. And the more he scrambles away from me, the more angry I get. Finally, I hit that point where I totally Godzilla at him, where Godzilla did that thing. Like, it was in one of the later films of the 60s where they got a little silly and he to the monster, don't want to fight. So I did that to him, like, fuck you. And I turned and I locked eyes with my drill sergeant. And he's standing with his arms folded, just looking at me, Drill Sergeant Samuels, just looking right at me. And I looked right at him, and then he could see physically my whole body went, oh. Oh. You know, all the energy left my body because I realized I'm going to get kicked out. I'm going to get Article 15 court-martialed for striking a fellow soldier, conduct unbecoming. I saw all the UCMJ shit, that Uniform Code of Military Justice for you, Dork. UCMJ.
I was about to ask.
And I'm just sitting there going, I'm fucked. I'm going to get kicked out of the Army. And he looks at me and he says, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I just knocked the shit out of somebody. And I think he was just asking me, you calm now? This is what he was really asking me. And I went, yes, Sir Sergeant.
Got that out of your system?
And he says, go on, hit the showers. Everybody, hit the showers. And I just like, fuck it. I'm not going to wait. Fuck it. I'm gone. And maybe he'll deal with me later, call me into his office. I don't know. Nothing ever happened. But I heard behind me as I'm fucking running. I'm running so hard, the backs of my feet are kicking my own butt cheeks. And I don't know if you've ever run that hard. That's how hard I was running. Get the fuck away from that situation. And I heard him yell behind me, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get up. You gonna fuck with the biggest guy in the platoon? You're a dumb motherfucker. That's what I heard behind me. But then like a bunch of these guys, and it was like, including Grape Ape, not him. That dude was cool. I fucking loved it. His name was Hogpin. Hogpin. I don't know what his name sounded like, because the cool thing about everybody's name ended up something fucked up in the drill sergeant's mouth. So he would fuck with everybody's name. My favorite was, where's he at? There he is, right there on the end. That is Freddie Cradura. That was his real name.
What is he, like 4'10"? Jesus.
Little tiny guy.
Yeah.
He was the drill sergeant's right-hand man. He would keep notes and shit like that. But he got the name Freddy Krueger.
Definitely compensating for something.
Freddy Krueger was his fucking nickname. Coolest fucking name. And this guy's name was Condon. And when I met him, Condon.
Oh, Condon.
Condon.
I thought you said condom. Sorry.
And he says, yo, man, what's your name? I said, Cassell, Gerry Cassell. He goes, oh, my name's Frank Condon. Condon. He says, yeah. Like the author. And he goes, yeah. You're fucked, dude. You are fucked. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, he's either going to call you condom or prophylactic. You are fucked. And
you know what I used to get with Ballard? Especially
Mallard.
When I was back? No.
Mallard.
Ball of lard.
Ball of lard. I like that one. So, yeah, but ended up, he took too long. Here's John Davis. Took this photo of him sleeping with drool coming out of his mouth. And every single time he hooked up with a woman, I'd show her the photo because I thought it was funny because I'm a dick. These were some of my best friends in the Army. There he is. This is Julian Fuller.
Is that you in the middle?
That's me. I'm the tall guy here.
Yeah, no, I mean in the other picture.
Julian and Gulak, and this is Hope. I don't know a lot of these guys by their first names, but except for him. Julian Fuller was one of my best friends in the Army. And
so you like to toss salad. That's you in the middle, right?
That's my painting back there. We posed in front of it. He helped me paint it. That's my sketch pad, and that's Julian.
And that's you in the middle, right?
Yeah, that's me, the giant guy with guy with arms twice the size of these.
Oh my God, is that true? Ray Liotta just died. Is that true?
What? No fucking way.
Is that true? Go to news. Click on the news. Go like scroll up and then hit news right there. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Motherfucker.
Oh, from cancer.
Oh,
Damn.
I love this
Well,
guy.
he did
God
smoke a
damn
lot.
it.
Damn.
Damn it! This year is effed right now. I'm serious. The number of people.
Man.
Jeez.
Did this like? Well, rarely do we have breaking news. I was trying to be jovial, and I was going to show you the worst '80s family photo ever in ragging my mom.
Now this is another Army story I'm about to tell you. This is Goodrum, John Goodrum. He was from Texarkana, and that's Kyle Fisher, whom I'm still good friends with. I wish I could find this guy. And that's me, of course, picking up. And notice that we're in our civilian clothes. We're going to go fuck around. He is still in his BDUs. I was their squad leader. And this is on every single one of their helmets because nobody would fuck with me. Because I would fuck with them back. Hold on. And they put on, we all have helmet bands. And because we were Kevlars, they were fabric bands. And on every single person in my squad, it said, I heart my fearless squad leader. Because I would just not be fucked with by senior NCOs. Even my drill sergeant wouldn't fuck with me. And but Goodrum was the nicest guy in the fucking world. He really was. Hey, good old boy. He always looked like look at that jaw. He looks like he's got tobacco in it, because he often had tobacco in his lip, under his lip. He was big old tobacco boy. And every single time we would have a weekend, I would put him on detail. Because I'm an asshole. So one day he confronts me. This day, he confronts me. He says, yo, man, why are you always putting me on detail? And Kyle was standing with me, and I said, you don't know why? He said, did I do something wrong? I said, no, it's because you never do anything wrong. You're like the best guy in the squad. You're the only guy I trust to get shit done when I'm not around. He's really? I went, yes. I thought you figured this shit out. That's why I always picked you. And he goes, well, thanks, man. I went, you bet, buddy. I'll be back to help you a little bit, okay? And then you can meet us on Saturday, because he had to stay on post Friday because he had detail Saturday morning. And as we're walking away, Kyle looks at me, he goes, and he has that Cajun accent. I can't imitate it, man. He's like, I can't believe that boy bought all that shit. And I said, I know. I just like fucking with him and putting him on detail. And he never knew. I just fucking lied to him.
So this is a good question because my buddy Barney constantly bitches about the VA. Do you see this question here?
See what?
The uncle or your Muslim uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah. How would you answer that? Because like is it my buddy Barney? He's always bitching about the VA.
It's always been a problem.
Okay.
It's always been a problem. John McCain, he was a piece of shit. You cannot be a military veteran and be a senator for fucking Arizona and have the worst VA in the United States. Arizona has the worst. I would never go there. I only sent my brother there when he was before he died because their program got him the medication he needed while he was going to the Cancer Treatment Center of America.
Damn.
There in Phoenix. And of course, they really did think they saved my brother. We got him in time. We've got this. But then my brother started hemorrhaging one day. And because my brother doesn't want to be a fucking problem to anybody, he let it go for 9 hours. And he just kept throwing up blood into a bucket next to my sister's house. When she came home, Luann, it was too late. He had lost too much blood, hemorrhaged too much blood.
Hemorrhage, what, like his liver, or what was it?
It was he was having. Look, some of your organs are semi-permeable, meaning that blood can actually transfer from thin blood vessels, and he was hemorrhaging blood from, I do believe, his intestine and stomach.
Okay,
and I don't think it, because there was no color to it; it's just blood. And so he's hemorrhaging from his digestive tract. And it was enough, because like if you get put on Coumadin, they almost killed my father with that. A hospital gave him Coumadin, didn't check. He went into a coma, and they couldn't figure out what the coma was about. And I'm like,
All right.
well, have you checked his abdomen? I knew to do that because you look when somebody's on coma, an elderly person in particular, you check their abdomen for rigidity. You palpate the quadrants, and if you feel any rigidity at the top of the abdomen, that's blood pooling, and you immediately got to do a periocentesis.
This is my fault. Like it really is. Like why? Like normally I'm the one telling the sad stories, bringing us down.
No, this show is not about that. This show is about talking about a lot of serious subjects.
Yeah,
I talk about serious subjects all the time.
Yeah,
this is just me talking. This is my show about me having coffee and talking about stuff happening. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's just personal. I talked about being kidnapped as a kid. Yeah. But this, going back to something fun, was a book I had in the barracks. I had it in basic training, and it went with me all the way through. And I would rent that book out to other soldiers so they could beat off to it. At the end of basic training, between doing portraits, caricatures, and renting this magazine out, I left basic training with $400 in my pocket.
So, hey, can I just want to embarrass my mom for half a second. Can you show this thing here this is the most 80s family photo ever. Look at the chompers on me. Oh my God.
Is that your brother?
Yeah. It's like, okay. This is not an insult.
You look a lot alike, man.
Well, yeah, but no, I should show you. He's the skinnier, gayer, better looking version of me. Yeah. But look, you could tell. I mean, like, you could tell. Like, I knew he was gay before you did.
Oh, I love this post by Monkey Tevis. Yeah. Well, we talked about that before because I knew my son was gay way before he ever came out to me. But my brother was a veteran too.
Here's another good one. Oh, whoops, wrong screen.
Here's your Army story. My dad was drafted to Vietnam, where he was promptly addicted to heroin. He used it to cope with killing people. He came home full-blown addict. And my parents got divorced. Yeah, that's actually a common story. My brother did the same thing. My brother got to Vietnam. His first day, he went to the E Club, which was just a fence and a tiki type bar and a bunch of tables out in the open inside the fence. And all of a sudden, there was a race relations issue. Some black guys threw grenades into the E Club, and nobody was hurt. Amazingly, but several grenades were thrown in, and my brother was scared shitless, called home, crying about it. Crazy shit. My brother spent most of the time high, and he got addicted to heroin while he was over there. It was so bad, he ended up getting all my brothers at some point from drugs got hepatitis C.
Oh my God.
And it's what killed my brother Michael. My brother Steve, he got treated. My brother Jim finally got treated because Mike died. And Mike left it untreated for too long. And it's what killed him or led to his death.
Not that I need you to hit on my mom any more than you do. But like, this is my favorite picture of her. I ruined her getting her pregnant. Look how beautiful she was. Gorgeous
woman.
Very
gorgeous
beautiful.
Woman.
Yep. Beautiful.
But this one.
Oh, hey, Usaj, take care, man. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, man.
But again, King's Port Cal, I feel you, man. My brother Steve was fucked up when he came home. He was. Some people, look, that's the problem with the draft. Okay, the draft. And my mother was an idiot. My brother, he got high sniffing glue, and he started throwing me around the house. I don't even remember it. It's blocked out of my memory. I have no memory of this. I was old enough to remember. I don't remember it. And, I was told that my brain is just protecting me from the nightmare of what my brother was doing. And he was just throwing me into the wall, throwing me around the room, and just risking killing me. And my parents came home, and had him arrested. And he spent a few nights in jail, was taken before a judge. Judge gave him a decision, a choice. He says, you're going in the military or you're going to jail.
Oh, wow. My dad
You're
tells
18
a similar story.
and you're going to do one or the other. You're an adult now. So my brother chose the military. And so that's how he got drafted into the military. My dad was the one he was the bread earner. So he's told my mom, take him to malls were a new thing. Take him to the mall there, and they've got a recruiter there. Several recruiters. He says, take him into the Army or the Navy. Do not take him into the Marine Corps because in the Navy, he's got a less than 10% chance of going to Vietnam. Army, he's got a 50% chance of not going to Vietnam. But if you take him to the Marines, he's going to Vietnam. They're the few, the proud, the Marines. Every Marine went to Vietnam. Even if they're in an office, they went to Vietnam. And so my mom goes, okay. And Dad came home from work that day, and she had enlisted my brother into the Marine Corps. My dad's like, why did you do that? She goes, I just love their uniforms. I'm like, oh my fucking God, my mom is a fucking piece of shit. She really is. So my brother went to Vietnam, and I've got a great photo of him. Let's see if I can find it real quick here. It's in my albums.
You know what's crazy, Keith? That picture that you have as your background came up in my default. Is that like a default thing for? Because
no, it's my house. What's my house picture doing in your default?
I don't know, man. I don't think that's really your house. That's funny.
How do you know? Have you ever been to my house?
He's a racist. He thinks you should be living in the slums.
You're
in the ghetto.
Wow.
What?
Wow. I didn't go there, bro. That was all him.
Yeah, I did. Totally in your head.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm just I'm talking for you right now. So
yeah, no. Yeah, it's all good.
Here you go. I got to show a picture of my daughter. I found this just now, and I just fucking love this photo of my daughter. All these are great. That's with actor Bill Sanderson when she was a baby. There's Del Dye. Here's Del Dye and New York Times bestselling author John Del Vecchio in my living room, and my buddy Doug.
Hey, did you hurt your foot? I'm dropping all these names. Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't drop names. I show photos in my house. Oh my God, I got to show this one. I love this one. This is my son. Look at him, Benjamin. Fucking little stud. Back when he had hair, he's bald as shit now on top.
Oh, bummer.
There's my hat.
Whoa.
That's my Irish hat, made in Ireland, Dungal, Ireland. Wool cap, stolen by Robert Scott.
Hey, no, click on this one. Look at that sexy beast. No, go
there. I am with Bruce Campbell.
Oh, you're killing me.
Bruce Campbell.
I like the hair that you had in that one.
That was my heroin junkie movie editor that I worked with that I hated.
No, go back. Scroll up.
Here's the photo. That's my little girl and me. And my Irish cap that got stolen by Robert Scott McCall, that motherfucker.
All right.
Here's my daughter on an automatic grenade launcher. It's the MK-19 right there, the Mark 19. Look at that.
Seriously?
My little girl. Yeah, she's badass. Little baby girl. And there I am in full armor. It's hard to see that.
That's kind of okay, but if you would, man, just scroll up just a little, just the one picture, and you can go up, right there.
Right there. She's on a 50. No. She's mounted a 50 there.
Right there.
This one?
The one with the white background. Bottom right. Bottom right.
Oh, this photo.
Yeah, look at that sexy beast.
That was taken in 2007 when I didn't have gray hair yet. There's no gray hair.
That's around the time. Well, that's close to the time you and I met.
Yeah, I like that wispy hair you got going there. It's nice.
Yeah, I love this picture. A Marine unit it was 4/27, 2007. A Marine unit, reserve unit, was returning back from Afghanistan, and we went out there to meet him and greet him. And
what is she there? Like 12?
No, she was 7.
Wow.
My little girl.
That's
Xander. Xander, that's Ultra Rob's son back when he was a baby. She and I used to babysit him all the time. God, good kid. And that's the parents. That's Sarah and Ultra Rob. And a good story about them is Ultra Rob. My daughter would talk about him all the time, still does. And one of her favorite uncles. And she was in Catholic school, and I got a phone call to come speak to the teacher. And teacher says, I need to speak to you about something my daughter keeps saying. I'm like, oh my God, what? She keeps talking about this person called Ultra Rob. And I'm wondering, is this a real person? Or is it a superhero from a comic or just an imaginary friend? And I'm like, kind of all of that? Because Ultra Rob's crazy. Here, I just got this yesterday. He sent me my birthday gift, Ultra Rob. This is my buddy Ultra Rob. Because he fucking knows me.
Oh, please don't be a dildo.
No.
Oh, drumsticks.
Wait. Oh, spoons.
We can't see it.
They're
It's
wooden spoons for cooking.
They're your green screen is.
Fuck, you can still see it. I just saw it on screen. There's spoons. There's spoons.
Oh, it's got a music note on it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mix sticks. And I'm like, this is perfect because when I'm waiting, I can just sit there and drum on the counter, drive everybody crazy.
Why didn't I think of that?
He sent that to me for birthday. That was awesome. My friend went to the Navy. He chilled on a nuclear submarine for like 4 years. He's back in Tennessee now. His wife. I couldn't do that. I learned when I got put into an MRI machine that I am claustrophobic.
That's how I found out I was claustrophobic too. Same thing.
Yeah, I had a full panic attack while doing it, but I stayed put because I can control my panic. My dad was in Vietnam as a combat engineer attached to SOG, Special Operations Group. Yep. He didn't talk about it much. No. SOG, no.
What is SOG?
They were involved, Special Operations Group.
Okay.
And they were involved with a lot of stuff. There's a lot of wet work with SOG.
Wet work?
A lot of gore.
Yeah.
A lot of killing. SOG was involved with some heavy shit over there. When you hear Mel Gibson describing what they did in Vietnam in the movie Lethal Weapon, he was SOG. Some serious fucking hombres. And killing for America.
Yep.
So you gotta love them, man. You gotta fucking love them.
All right, I don't know how you do it, man, but I got to get my third cup of coffee. You're still on your first, but I'll be back.
Oh, it's cold now. These are all good friends and family.
Finishing off my first.
There's a cute picture of Zoe.
Aw. Man, we got to have our daughters do a show together. I'm telling you.
Look at her. Look at that. Tilting the head. Christmas balls because we were doing Christmas ornaments.
Oh,
that was her bathroom. She had all frog motif, frog shower curtain. She loved frogs.
Oh, is she like a Karopi fan, I guess?
Oh, I love this picture. Look at that. And here's that son of a bitch that stole my fucking hat. That cocksucker right there. My old best friend, Robert Scott McFucking-Call. Right there. That son of a bitch. In my living room. Same day Dale died and everybody was in my living room. We're having a meeting, all of us military vets talking about creating a company that I named. That's right. I had a company with New York Times bestselling author John Del Vecchio and fucking Dale Dye. And the company was called Charlie Foxtrot Entertainment. And what is awesome about that name is and we're talking about bringing it back, by the way, Keith.
Really?
We've had some meetings. Charlie Foxtrot Entertainment means clusterfuck entertainment. Charlie Foxtrot means clusterfuck in military slang.
Mm-hmm.
With the alphanumeric language. But this guy tried to pose for me. He said he was an Army vet. And he was going to pose for the book I was doing for Dale Dye, the cover. And I had him do it, and I got really fucking angry at him. I kept yelling, take your fucking finger out of the hole. Stop fingering that trigger hole. He kept doing it. I said, I thought you were a veteran, man. You should know better than that. You know, fucking finger that. There's Nibbler, that son of a bitch. Destroyed so many of my shirts. We called him Nibbler because you would set him down and then suddenly there was a hole. You pick him up immediately, go, oh! And there was a hole already. I don't know how he did it. Went, and it was gone. He had a hole in his shirt. he's there's a whole story behind that motherfucker. I'll have to tell that one day. And it's nightmarish. People will go, "Oh my fucking God, you did what?" Because he outlived the age that gerbils should live, and it had eaten half of his partner. And I came in, I didn't want my daughter seeing that, so I flushed it down the toilet and lied to her and said, "Yeah, I sent it to the vet to, have it cremated." So I ordered an urn for the gerbil, and then I don't have any ashes, so I called Mac again. That son of a bitch that stole my hat. And he came over with cigarette and paper ashes in a coffee can, and we ground them up real fine and put them inside the urn. So when she came home, she thought, and he says, "I'm going to help you with this, but when she turns 18, I want to be the one that tells her that she's been weeping over my cigarette ashes." And I went, "Yeah, dude, yeah, you can do that. It'll be funny." Ha ha ha. Well, when she was going to turn 18, actually she was 17, I went ahead and told her. But I told her, I said, "What I want you to do is when Matt calls the next time, or if we call him, I want you to absolutely rage cry at him for doing that to you. And you hate him and never want to talk to him again. It'll be funny." So he called, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, cat's out of the bag." She found out. She read something I wrote to somebody and an email, and dude, oh my God, it's out of the bag. He goes, "What are you talking about?" And she comes in yelling, "Is that Mac? I want to talk to him." And she gets on, "I hate you. I hate you so much. I can't believe you did that. You're a fucking asshole. You're a fucking, don't yell at me because Dad, I'm upset." And I'm over there just laughing. He's like, "What's going on? I found out what you put in that urn. That wasn't like gerbils. Those are cigarette ashes. What's wrong with you? I hate you." And hangs up. Fucking hung up on it. It was great. He wanted to prank her, and we pranked him. And I love this photo of us. Look at that. God, she was such an awesome kid to raise, and she's an awesome daughter to this day. Just the best.
I keep saying she is a good kid. I love her. She's great. She's good people.
I gotta find the video when she dyed her hair for Halloween and fell asleep, and the dye ended up all over her face. It was so fucking funny. And I'm sitting there with the camera on her. I said, "Hey, baby. Hey." She goes, Are you recording this? No, I'm not going to show it to anybody. I fucking posted it on Facebook somewhere. It's on there. I fucking posted it. I said, "My daughter's an idiot. I love her."
Kind of like when you called her and she didn't know we were live on YouTube. That was funny.
Take the soy away from Gerry. Fuck you, awesome one.
Wow.
The only soy I had was as a baby because I was allergic to Infamil, I think is what it was called. But back then, it was the milk-based products. I would break out in hives, so they had to give me soy products.
Does anybody else think it's weird that humans are the only species on planet Earth that drink the milk of another species?
Oh yeah.
I just always
actually, we're not the only species. There are other species that do it.
No,
in fact, you have stories of animals who parents died that were then taken in by other animals in nurse. We see it all the time.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. That's
well, but,
I'm saying
as recreational.
Yeah. Like I think
we're also the only animal
disgusting.
that smokes weed recreational.
Wow.
So
there's a lot of things that we do that nobody does.
Well,
Dork, you can fill a library with the shit that humans do that animals don't do.
I could write a book about the things you don't know.
It's like it's like only we humans would actually go, "Look what I almost stepped in." So
right. So here he is again. This is Robert Scott McCall, the thieving bastard that took my Irish hat. This is the day that Zoe had a loose tooth and we needed to pull it out, and she's like, "I'm gonna do it. Yes, I am." Tied the string and she was all ready. Look at that. Next picture. "I'm so ready, Dad. Let's go." And then this hit. No!
I was almost expecting a picture with like tooth flying with a little blood spackle and tears, but this is almost as good. So
She's this is still one of her friends. This is you know who that is, Keith? It's Tori. It's Dave Frizzell's daughter, the oldest.
Oh yeah,
the oldest daughter. And I was friends with them because his wife and I were. She was the scout leader for the Girl Scout troop, and I was assistant troop leader for the Girl Scouts. That's right, I was Girl Scout. Fuck you guys.
Hey, I was Girl Scout mascot.
And they all became friends. This is one of my favorite pictures. I got her that for Christmas back in 04. And that was one of her favorite things, man. She loved her R2-D2. One of my favorite moments, the first time she saw Star Wars, she had another R2-D2 that was a tape player.
Which Star Wars?
The first Star Wars, the original Star Wars.
Okay.
It's really Star Wars.
Star Wars. Gotcha. Sorry.
And they call it New Hope, but to those of us that were there in 77, still call it Star Wars.
Yeah.
And she's watching it. And when he gets zapped by the Jawas, he goes, oh, falls over. She ran over to her little R2-D2 and hugged him and goes, are you okay, R2? Because she had a W problem. It's fucking adorable.
So was that a RC or just a model, or like what is that? Like the R2?
That was no, it operated. You turned it on and it would follow you through the house. If it couldn't find you, it would whistle looking for you. And it would do commands. You would say R2-D2, this. R2. This is Dan Shore. I'm still friends with this guy. I want to get him on the show, but he's not responded to my last phone call. So Dan is the guy that played. He was in Tron.
Mm-hmm.
He was also Billy the
Kid in Bill and Ted.
Excellent Adventure.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he had a special relationship with my daughter during the convention together. And he, I just forgot her name. Yvonne Craig, Jeremy Bullock, and Sharon and Bill Sanderson right here. That's J.F. Sebastian from Blade Runner.
It wasn't a horse dealership, but thanks for bumming me out. I do miss the horses already.
Oh, I bet. It was nice down there in Texas.
It really was, man. And they're like giant dogs. Like they took to me so quick. I had a blast. I do like King's Portal. King's Portal. I like his army story. That's kind of funny.
This is my brother Michael that died with my daughter.
Oh,
this was a year before he died.
Damn. What did he pass of, if you don't mind me asking?
That's my brother. He had the hepatitis C that went uncontrolled.
Oh.
And he got cancer from it. It became cancer.
Damn.
We got him into the treatment center, and they told us, we got it. We're going to get it. We're going to save him. But then he started hemorrhaging from one of the medications. And and because he wouldn't call anybody, he died.
Bill Barkley. It's the original Tron, not Legacy.
The original Tron. He played Ram.
Yep.
He was Ram in the original. And there's Mac again, because Mac was with me all the time. He was my heterosexual life mate. We were together all the time. And here's Zoe with her cousins. I fucking love my nieces and nephews, and I love my daughter.
I tell you what, though, the Tron Legacy soundtrack is great.
It's great, but they need to give us another one. Something tells me it's going to be quite a while before we see.
I know, right? Why didn't
we won't see another?
I don't understand. Like, I like that last movie. Why don't we have another one?
Well, because it didn't make enough money. But part of it was the fact.
Well, the opening scene really. That got some bad traction.
The grid.
The CG. But here we go. I'm going to go back, show some more Army pictures. This is at AIT down at Fort Sam Houston, San Antonio, Texas.
A what? AIT? Is that what you said?
Again, I explained to you earlier what AIT is. Advanced Individual Training.
I need to just have a cheat sheet over here.
There's Goodrum next to me, polishing the boot. I fucking love fucking with him. And that was the weekend I told him that. And that's actually me writing about it. This is our drill and sergeant. There's me. There's John Davis, one of my best friends still to this day. That's Julio. I've never found him. I can't find this guy. He was my closest friend in the Army.
Well, you've tagged him.
I wrote his name in there, but he's not tagged. John, on the other hand,
okay.
John Davis is. That's John Davis. He's friends on my other account, not this account. This is the account I ran to when people wouldn't leave me alone. Because I want people to leave me the fuck alone. I don't like it when clients can easily get access to me.
Get off my lawn.
This is me with my future late ex-wife.
Damn, bro, how tall are you?
Here's Martinez. Martinez is the guy I'd walk up to every morning, and I would say something fucked up to him, or he would say something to me. I'd ask him a question. He'd say something, and I go, "Okay."
So that's Martinez.
And he couldn't figure out if I was saying what in Spanish or if I was saying "okay."
Right.
And he never knew how to respond to me because whatever he would react to, I would go, "No, I meant okay."
Gary.
Yeah.
How tall are you, bro?
I'm giant. I'm 6'3".
6'3". Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Andre was just the sweetest guy. I love that guy. Just an absolute.
Hey, has anybody seen that uprising? I
No.
have.
This is one of my favorite
Yes,
moments
I
with
did.
Julio. So I walked into the barracks with my little Kodak spin camera that you rotate to film. And I walked up and said, "Hey, Julio, who you on the phone with?" He goes, "Hey, I'm on with my mom." And I said, "Then get your hand off your dick."
How did you know, man?
Because he would always do that. Because he's standing here in his fucking boxers and he fucking be adjusting his fucking balls and shit on the phone with his mom. And I'd fucking do that. And he goes, "Yo, man." He covered. He goes, "Yo, man, it's my mom." I went, "I know." And I just said, "Stop touching your dick while you're talking to your mom. It's weird."
Hey, man, come on. No, it's not. Sometimes your balls, are sweaty and sticky. Get all hung up on your thighs.
There you go, Gerry.
Yeah.
That's my baby girl.
Hold on. Oh, look at her.
Tilt it down a little bit, bro. No, I mean
Tilt it.
up. And
It's
No,
a little
I mean,
blurry.
tilt it
hard
the
to
other
see.
way. I was wrong. Tilt it backwards, I guess. Oh,
Now rotate it.
there we go.
Rotate
Okay.
it. Your hand looks like it's CG'd in. It doesn't even look.
It
real.
does, right?
It's because I'm not real.
By the way, last night we were talking about NASA because one of my comparisons of Tom Cruise's character at the beginning of the film, Top Gun Maverick, is that he is basically Kurt Yeager. And I said, and for those of you who don't know who Kurt Yeager is, shame on you for not knowing.
So
We wouldn't have NASA without him. This is Dave Hope. He was my sergeant in the Army at AIT, Advanced Individual Training. And he took me to this fucking place called the Yellow Rose of Texas, a fucking crazy fucking biker type bar. Got into one of the biggest fucking fights I have ever been in. And I'm like trying to get the fuck out of this bar, hitting people, trying to get out. He was a crazy dude, man. Crazy dude. But I loved him. And the funny part of this photo is there's another photo of it a little further back. I don't have access to it anymore. Is a photo of his wife who was deployed at the time.
What was the name of the bar? What did you say?
Yellow Rose.
Yellow Rose. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was somewhere going towards his home base, which was Fort Hood in Texas.
Okay.
And here's another photo. That's his wife in that photo. She was deployed and he was fucking around with one of the girls in the squad. Fucking Army life, man. This is me waking up with Alicia. What a great weekend that was. Here's a picture of me with my hand down my pants asleep with Alicia.
Married with children.
I never knew I did that. And it's funny. Here's a photo of Julio in our private barracks because we had a 4-person room just for us junior leaders. And some of the people, I love that. There's Alicia there.
Hey,
that's
was that a
me.
tattoo?
That's John Davis right there.
Yeah.
And I hated this guy. I don't know why I didn't like him. There's something about him just pissed me off all the time.
Oh, you can't see me. Yeah, is that a tattoo at the bottom there? Or?
Yeah, it's my tattoo.
Oh, okay.
And so this is the expert badge for grenade that I got. That was pinned on me during training when we graduated. the actual guy that ran the lane, because the story, here's my last story of the day, because we've gone way longer than I wanted to in my coffee. This is my last gulp.
I'm sorry. Dude, where's that? Is that like on your arm or?
Yeah, it's on my shoulder.
I like that color.
Only my closest friends get to see it. Keith's seen it. But anyway, so I go to the lanes, and everybody knew that I played semi-pro baseball. And I'm going to go take it off there, just get us back to large. It's ball for so long. So I get to the lane, and some of the guys had gone to the instructor on the lane, the guy who's going to pass us. And this is one of the lanes for throwing grenades. And you got to learn how to throw a grenade properly. And we did the whole training thing, because you put your hands together like this with one finger in the pin ring, and then you pull it apart with your right hand holding the spoon down on the grenade. Before you ever do that, you look on the bottom of the grenade, and it gives you a number. That's how long your fuse is.
That's what I was about to ask. Like, how, like, because I don't know shit about
Each grenade has a different fuse length on it. It tells you right on the bottom. If you I remember getting warned about this. If you get a grenade with a 0 on it, don't ever fucking pull that pin.
Damn. Was that like a kamikaze
Because the
grenade
minute you release the spoon, it blows up in your hand.
Oh.
There's no throwing it. They are specifically designed for booby traps, the ones with the 0s. You tie a line, and you tie it to the pin on the grenade wrapped around.
Yeah, I seen Commando and Predator. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they took real stuff from that, but that grenade had a 0 on it. Even though in the movie it didn't go off immediately, which is stupid. You wouldn't do that.
We can't see that, Keith. It's just okay. That's
his brother. That's his twin brother, and he's
all I see is a white blur.
He's shorter than him. It's really wild. They're twins.
Tilt it the other way, bro. Oh, that's a little better. Oh, wow. Well, he's no offense, way better looking than you. You're twins. Damn.
And like that, he was gone.
You know what? I don't mind. I do not mind that.
I was just joking, man.
Yeah. You know what? No. And I gotta say, there were a lot of girls in high school that really dug how he was. So,
are you guys really twins?
Yeah, they're fraternal twins.
Not identical. Okay, yeah, I was about to say. All
Yeah.
right.
I think he's shorter because I think that Keith ate part of him in the womb.
Actually, I was the bigger of the two of us when we were newborns. I was huge. I mean, I look like I ate another kid.
That's kind of what
Maybe you were triplets.
Probably.
Yeah, he had a brother. Yeah, they were triplets.
All I know is all the pictures from when we were newborns up until about 2 years old, you could see me getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and my brother getting bigger and bigger and bigger because he loved to eat. Anything wasn't nailed down, he ate it. He grabbed it, and if you weren't quick enough to take it from him, you weren't ever going to get it back.
Yep, there you go. Yeah. I've lived with people like that. Drove me crazy. So I want to get back. I want to finish the story because we got to go.
Yeah.
So we're on this lane, and everybody had learned early on that if you put a rock in my hand and point at something, I'll hit it. And they're like, how do you do that? I said, I don't know. I was born with natural eye-to-hand coordination. And I have no idea. It's just good genes. My dad was the same way, as was my uncle. And I'm assuming my grandfather. We're all expert shots and good with fighting. We're all good with fist fighting. So in the end, they found out about this talent I had, all the guys I served with. And we end up on the grenade lane. And this instructor has been talking to some of the guys, and he goes, Kissel, report. And so I'm like way back in the line. I come up and I went, yes, Sergeant. And he's like, you played some pro ball? I went, I played semi-pro. I played farm league. Yeah, I played ball. And I played ball all my life. I'm a very good ball player. Why? And he says, I hear you can hit anything. I went, and I looked at the guys. I'm like, you motherfuckers. Yeah, whatever. I got this weird talent. And makes me really good at darts. I made a lot of money playing darts. And so he says, well, I'll tell you what. He says, if you can get that grenade in that deuce and a half's window, and I look down about 50 yards down, well, it's more like 30 yards down is this deuce and a half truck. And it's just sitting there, and inside the compartment are these mannequins in military garb. And I went, so just get the grenade in the window. And yeah, the window's open. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I could probably do that from here. So, but it's a split second. You have a split second to fucking aim. So you're squatted down behind a wall of logs, and he tells you
a wall of logs. Is that what?
Yeah, they got rebar that holds them stacked upright as a barrier. So
Gotcha.
I'm right next to it, squatted down like a duck, and he says, pull your pin. You immediately pull the pin, extend your arm. Arm's extended. And then he says, stand. You stand, release the spoon, and throw. And the way you throw a grenade is like that. You don't do that or
Like
whatever
what?
they show in movies.
Your arm keeps disappearing.
Yeah, I can't fucking move any further away. There's a wall right here, so I can't go any further for you. But you would throw the grenades. It's a very specific way to throw grenades. So I threw it, and then immediately, right when you release, you have to duck back down with your hands on your head like this. It's all part of the training. So I duck back down, and all I hear is every single guy go, "Oh shit, man, dude!" Just a chorus, a cacophony of fucking wows. What?
I love that word.
And I jump back up, and I said, "Did I get it in the window?" And the sergeant walks over and he goes, "Cassell, here you go. You're done for the day. Fuck off. Go do whatever you want." I went back to barracks and went to sleep. But before I left, I said, "I got it in the window," and the other dude says, "You took the fucking dummy's head off." I went, "Yeah, I meant to do that. I didn't mean to do it. It was accidental, but it was fucking awesome." So he shows up during graduation, and I get called out in front of the platoon, and he walks over and he pinned that on me, an expert badge for grenade.
Nice.
And it's on my DD-214. It says expert. I think I have a copy.
What's the DD what?
DD-214 is your processing paper when you get out of the military.
Okay.
Yep, here it is. I got my DD-214 open with Microsoft Edge. Here we go. I will show it to you. This is my actual DD-214. I don't want to show too much information. I don't want you to see my social security number.
Is this the thing my mom was giving my dad shit about? Barely made a honorable or whatever she said earlier.
Yeah, it shows what your it shows your ETS, which is your end of enlistment.
Uh-huh.
And it shows hold on, I got to pay attention to what I'm doing here because I shouldn't show personal information on here.
It's there's 2 Ks in Dork Night, but thank you, King's Portal. That's all good.
I want to make sure you can't see my. Yeah, I gotta block that off. Damn it.
This podcast is brought to you by. Damn it.
Where the fuck is it? I gotta find. I'm sorry. I'm looking to see where it's at because I haven't looked at my DD-14 in a while, and I forgot where the hell they put that. Military education.
So, Keith, have you seen the latest episode of Strange New Worlds that dropped at midnight?
I don't actually have Paramount Plus because I refuse to give them money.
I understand. You guys have already explained it to me. That said, have you seen the episode? Because I know you have your alternate means.
I haven't seen the episode yet. I know there's.
All right, here we go. I can share this now. There we go. So here you go. It shows when I went in as a 91 Alpha 10, which is
Fredericksburg, Virginia.
And then it says that later it shows on the other part that I became 91 Bravo when I ranked up.
Ooh.
And but this is it: Army Service Ribbon, Marksman Qualification.
What does that AB mean? The Sam Houston, Texas
Expert Qualification Badge Hand Grenade. And I always wondered, like, because you don't get expert, you can only get marksman on grenade when you're in basic training. Someone told me, no, I've got expert. I went, no, you didn't, because you can only be a marksman with it, because there is no expert badge for a grenade. You could become an expert as a grenadier, which is where you're firing the M48 or one of the other grenade launchers. And if you hit all targets with that, you become an expert. But I was an expert coming out of basic training on a grenade, throwing a grenade, and that just doesn't happen. He made that because that blew his fucking mind that I hit that dummy's head.
Hey, so I had a question about your thing. It said something about you took it down. It was something B, but it said Sam Houston, Texas. Was like, what was that?
Fort Sam Houston, San Antonio, Texas. That's where I had my AIT training to become a medic.
Oh, okay.
That's the medical training. It used to be just Army, Air Force, but now all branches. Well, Marines don't send anybody there because all medical jobs that the Marines use are Navy. So Navy, Air Force, and Army send all their medical training trainees there. Fort Sam Houston. It is the absolute medical training. Courtney is here. What's up, Courtney?
Hey, court balls.
Happy Thursday to you too. Hope you had a good birthday.
Is it Thursday?
Yeah, it's Thursday today. By the way, today our video launches.
The Scoop Zone? That's Thursday,
that
right?
was on Tuesday.
Oh.
No, I'm going to show it in a second here. Share screen. Yeah, I love showing my DD214, but it has my Social Security number all over it. Now, I got to be careful what I show.
Keith.
Yeah.
Do you remember where we left off?
We were talking about Strange New Worlds.
This video is the video that
we need to start doing voiceovers
going live today, right here. This will go live in 2 hours. Ooh. Our interview with horror host legend Dick Dizell. And Dick is just a wonderful person, man. That guy. And there is a very personal thing at the beginning of the video talking about, what I was going through as a kid. And this guy brought a lot of happiness into my life by doing the shows that he did, because he was Captain 20. He had Vulcan ears and a Starfleet emblem, and he wore this vest and turtleneck, and because they had no budget, man. They had no budget. And he would do these things, a lot of stuff he had to buy himself.
Now, he was talking about the station where they were broadcasting out of. And it was like this little kind of shack, if I remember, just off the side of
WDCA, yep.
Yeah, well, the station that helped to define my childhood was a former bowling alley. And they would use the different rooms left over from when it was a bowling alley to create different programming. And one room where they would have the ball polisher and everything else was one of the rooms they used for a lot of their voiceover stuff. And
hold on. Courtney, yes, we talked about it already, sweetheart. Thank you. Sorry. Awesome one. What church was it? Because there are several churches, many churches. There's a Baptist church downtown. There is the Presbyterian church that is the one that's supposed to be in the series Manhunter that they go to. And the actual real church I've been to all the churches because they're almost all historical landmarks. And of course, there's St. Mary's Catholic Church, which I attended as a Catholic.
Oh wow! I used to sing in the St. Mary's Boy Choir. Mom can verify that.
Yeah, there's a Lutheran church, and there's actually a Jewish synagogue because I had a lot of Jewish friends there in Fredericksburg. Baptist. Okay, you went to the one close to downtown then, with the really large white steeple, right? Really nice church, man. It's over by not Chownings. What is that place called? It's the old apothecary.
Hey, is that your brother again?
That's me.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. You really let yourself go.
Oh, my God.
I'm just kidding.
Goddamn, Dork.
Yeah, no, I love you guys. So, hey, can somebody explain this text to me? A buddy of mine just texted me and said, "Damn, dude, what's with the Dr. Disrespect look?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck is Dr. Disrespect?" I don't know. Like, does anybody get that reference?
See, he's a Twitch streamer. Well, was a Twitch or he's a video game streamer.
Like, Do I look like this dude?
There
Apparently,
it is, right there.
Nah,
That is a beautiful church downtown Fredericksburg, right there.
Wow.
Here's the other Baptist church in Fredericksburg, but here's the thing.
I like the other one better.
And
That's
Keith
true.
understands the distinction here. This is the First Baptist Church. This is the Second Baptist Church. Now, today, they are very not segregated. But I learned that First Baptist was the white Baptist church.
Well, you can tell
White people. And the Second Baptist Church anywhere was a reference to the black churches.
Well, it just has a more urban look. It's more like
Well,
public
this
schools
one
looking, you know.
is right down by Hanover Street, and this one is further down towards the Apothecary. It's in the nice district of Fredericksburg. This is right downtown Fredericksburg. This is where I went to the funeral for my friend Nicole when she died as a kid. She got burned up in a fire.
Keith,
They found her cradling her siblings, her baby siblings.
Wow.
Dead.
hey man, what do you like? You reading breaking news? Like,
Yeah, I was trying to get an update, and so far,
I'm just messing with you.
jeez.
Look at me. Look at me.
This is a photo of that same church during the Civil War.
Wow.
You can see the damage.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? So like when I lived in North Carolina, they like preserve everything. There was like this one street right off of Main Street where it's like they have like houses that like one of the first houses ever built in North Carolina. But here in Vegas, they demolish everything. There's nothing here like that used to be here back in the day. And so I was talking to a friend of mine because this big strip of land on the strip across from who's that?
That's Leonard Nimoy when he was in the Army.
Nice.
Something that you won't see with anybody currently working on Kurtzman.
Yeah. But
You mean veterans? People who actually served their country?
So right across the street from Mandalay Bay, where I
Yeah.
saw that wrestling thing last night, they were gonna build like a giant, like what the Link already did with the high roller. So since we already have one gigantic Ferris wheel type thing like London, we don't need a second one. And the land finally has gone up for sale. And we were talking on the way home. We were like, they should rebuild like the Stardust or something classic, you know, from way back when. You know what I mean? Because like Vegas doesn't seem to care about like keeping history. Like, Mom, you're in the chat. What's that neighborhood in High Point I'm talking about where all the houses are like colonial houses? You know.
You know what though? There is a definitive reason. You know, the that land there is probably worth quite a bit now.
What, in Vegas?
Yeah, in Vegas. because of all,
well, dude, and it's on the strip, literally across the street from Mandalay Bay. Yeah.
You know, it would be cool to basically try to recreate what Vegas was. Definitely, I'd say right around the early 60s. But it would be kind of expensive.
I want Sinatra Vegas back, baby. You know.
I know, a lot of people do. Trust me. You're not the only one. But a lot of these kids today don't understand how important Sinatra and his crew were.
Yeah.
And what Sinatra actually was about. They only know what they read or what they hear
He
from
was also
people.
4F, by the way. He never served.
Yeah.
He was 4F for a punctured eardrum. John Wayne, I think his first was either Flatfoot or something like that, but then they, because he was the only breadwinner in his family.
What does 4F mean? Sorry.
It means you got flunked out of the military. You get 4 Fs. You get 1, you can still be in 2, you can still be in 3, you can still be in 4. You're fucking out.
So it's kind of like, okay.
This is my nephew, Eric, who I have a close relationship with to this day. His graduation at Fort Leonard Wood. This is the movie theater in the background that I would see a lot of movies at Basic. I love this. He's the one that worked with explosives, IEDs. And this is the same building that we did our graduation ceremony in, and he did his. It was really great going there.
It's because Sinatra was a specimen. So no, Mom, the neighborhood across the street from the St. Mary's Church, it was like right off of Main.
Oh,
That was us beforehand. Now I want to go to this. Few people get to see pictures of me from the 80s. These are two friends of mine. He is still a close friend of mine. He's a state trooper now in Virginia. Many times that I've been in the stocks, I've been in the stocks so many times, it's just humiliating. There's another one with me in the stock. Look at that hoop earring I'm wearing. Always with the round glasses. If I'm wearing glasses.
You got like kind of a Dick
That's
Van
Steve
Dyke
Johnson.
look there. That was cool.
He and his wife, Virginia, are two of my closest friends. I fucking love them. Keith met Steven. We've tried to get him to be a member, but he had a heart attack and had to have surgery, and he's terrified to come on the show.
Wow.
I took this photo of them at one of our Ren fairs. That is Matt McGuire from Guar and me.
mm-hmm.
Patty Bagley took that photo.
Hey man, are you sure your foot's not swollen
him and
yet?
me.
I mean, that's another name drop. Wow. It's like
There's Charlie Bruce, another good friend of mine. Not somebody you fucking know. Fuck you. Charlie Bruce again. It's back when we lived together.
ooh, look at that baby back.
That
was sexy.
Patty took this photo of me. I was packing stuff up in the Jeep. We were getting ready to head out.
You look
This,
like
this is in the midst of when I was playing drums with rock bands all the time.
I was say you look kind of like Point Break right there.
I took that photo as blurry of Steve Johnson with his press thing in the hat. I thought that was funny. He was there for the newspaper, and I just thought, God, Steve, you really know how to play the card, man. That's Virginia.
It's Clark Kent.
She and I grew up together. There I am on drums with Jim Lawrence, good friend of mine to this day. And that's Keller Williams. He went on to be a very big thing with String Cheese Incident, travels the country with his bands, huge artist for the folk world music groups that travel.
Wow.
And that's me playing drums with him in his basement. That's him as a quarterback for James Monroe High School. And there he is on my drum kit, and I kept telling him, you suck.
Let's see if I can.
That's a good picture of him. I always said in this one, he looks like Neil Finn.
Yeah. I think Neil
And
Finn's
we did 2 Crowded House covers, which I was so happy. But because we're doing 4 covers by The Cure, and I didn't like The Cure at that time. I really didn't. I made fun of us, and I said, we're doing so many Cure songs, why don't we just call ourselves The Symptoms?
The Symptom.
And Keller and Danny, our bassist, there he is. There's Danny. Danny Martellino, man, fucking cool dude. I said, Martellino, are you Hispanic? He says, well, I'm half Spanish and I'm half Filipino. I said, what are you telling me? That you're a really good lover, but you have a really small dick? First time I met him, man, we became best friends. There's Jim Woodward chasing a dog with a real sword. That was a fun day. That's Jim. Oh, that's me getting married.
You got to tilt it the other way, Keith. The light, the glare. Yeah, there we go. All right, back
This
it up.
is me with the Octopus magazine, man. That was the entire crew. And Keith knows Jason Pankoke, and he's not in this photo. Oh, he should have been about right here too. I guess he missed that day. This was the entire staff, and there I am back there. This girl was cute. She had a thing for me, but she freaked me out because she wanted to be on The Real World. That was a goal, an actual goal. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And can you find me in this photo?
Oh, where is he? I can't see. Where's he?
Waldo? Where's Waldo?
Where is he? I just don't know.
You mean Sasquatch in the back there?
I'm always Sasquatch. There's Jason Pankoke, one of my closest, dearest friends. He's the one who said, and I posted this many a time, that when I die, that he's going to make sure it says on my gravestone, quote, he was a dear, kind, loving bastard. Because I've always been kind of a bastard. He took this photo too. I love that picture. And that's me drunk. There I am drunk back in my 20s for the Army. And that's me being molested by a 10-year-old. And I'm like, get off me, I need an adult. That kid was freaking me out. And that's Matt and Melanie McGuire. And she hates me to this day. And that's me drunk.
Wait, she hates you to this day?
Yeah, because I banged her and didn't call her back after she broke up with.
Oh, dude.
Oh, here's Danny rocking out in my living room. That's Kennard, my old roommate. Yeah, that's me with a perm. Fuck that shit. It was for a play.
Mom keeps telling me to get a perm so I can complete the Magnum PI.
Don't ever do it. It smells gross. Here's my old hat collection. I had some really nice ones. That's a derby, an actual bowler derby made out of beaver fur. Compressed beaver fur, real fedora.
All right, I just finished my third cup. Are you telling me you still haven't finished your first?
I told you it's been gone. I'm empty.
Oh.
This is from Chichen Itza.
King's Portal gets it.
This is actually, we're down in Cancun in this photo. That's me and this guy named BC that I hung out with. I don't know what his real name was.
What did you say?
We got drunk one night and woke up on the beach when some cops woke us up in like 1 o'clock in the morning. They're like, senors, you can't stay here. You have to go to your hotel. It's dangerous. We went out there because we wanted to stay on the beach and watch the dolphins in the morning because they always came up to the beach.
Is that you on the top left?
There is my little boy with my old. That's Bubber. I've told you about Bubber Keith. She died while I was in the army. There's Patty. Patty was gorgeous. I loved her. I love her. She's one of my closest friends.
Awesome one. I can't. Three cups of coffee is more than enough.
I've told you the story when I showed up at Patty's work to drop off her lunch, and I was wearing my Speedos because I was bicycling, and she commented on seeing my junk in front of me. And then all the girls were looking at my junk, and I got so fucking embarrassed I ran out of the place. That lady was crazy.
That's the difference between us. People look at your junk, you get embarrassed. People look at my junk, and I get laid. It's like.
Well, my saying is, look, man, I don't mind if a woman laughs at me. Just don't laugh and point.
This is me from '93.
Hold on. Make it large.
Damn, bro.
You got your Malcolm X hat on.
Yeah, a lot of white people I knew got kind of scared every time I wore that hat.
So
wouldn't scare me, dude. That's cool. I should work with that man.
Hey, man, you know what? We need to do one of these like internet challenges where we like lose weight together. Because like we both used to be really good looking dudes. No offense, but like No, I mean, and I'm saying the same about me. I mean, like, damn, man, like you like.
You know what?
That's what they are. They were bike shorts. They were designed for no drag. Yeah. I like driving fast. Peter Venkman.
No, they had legs, right? Or were you in like?
They went down to the top of my knees.
Yeah, exactly. He said Speedos, so I think of like wrestling tights when somebody.
No, I'm thinking of bicycle shorts.
Yeah.
But anyway, here's my grandfather on the left. World War I. He was 17 years old. Lied about his age. Now, if he got caught, he could have been discharged for lying about his age, and they would have used the Section 8 because Section 8 existed at this point.
Section 8? That sounds. Ominous.
It's famous because of the show MASH.
Oh, okay.
With Klinger. Klinger was always trying to get out on the Section 8.
Yeah.
And it's an old term, comes from World War, mostly used World War I, World War II. There's my grandpa at the barracks at Fort Leonard Wood.
Cool.
In Missouri, and those barracks are still there, and they're barracks dog.
Well, my lighter just died, so I'm shit out of luck.
And my grandpa was not a tall dude, man. All these guys are under 6 foot, except for that guy. He's about 6 foot. Sadly, Uncle Lon's not in that photo. I don't know why.
Oh wow, that looks like Cillian Murphy from Peaky Blinders. Go back, that dude. The
on the far right.
No, in
that one.
That one, yeah. Doesn't he kind of look like Cillian Murphy from Peaky Blinders?
That could be my Uncle Lon. I'm not sure. He's making a weird face, so I'm not sure. There he was. That's what my grandfather did. He really, right here, he looks like my dad.
Damn, that looks like whatever those like cannons, like from
They're 155s, howitzers. He was trained on that, and when they shipped over to France for the war, they didn't have guns on the ship, the naval ship. So what they did is they mounted their guns on the deck of it, and they thought they saw a sub because subs were a thing at this point, and Navy was terrified of them. So they opened fire on what they thought was a sub. It ended up being a whale. They blew apart a fucking whale with chunks of blubber everywhere.
Yeah, socks. We talked about that a couple of times already. That's a bummer.
Now at this point, this wasn't a fort; it was a camp. It was still called a camp. But that was my grandpa, man. He was a fucking tough hombre, and he really was. I know stories of what he did in the war, and he was not one to be fucking trifled with. My dad, same way. Here he is.
Why is my message up on your thing? Okay, there we go.
This is in Germany, and it's in the same district where the famous photo of John Lennon was taken. Ooh. So I always love that connection. He was also in the same unit as Elvis Presley.
Wow.
And they used to want to pay my dad money to go beat the shit out of him, and he's like, I'm not going to do that. He didn't like Elvis, but he's like, he's a soldier. Leave him alone. And my dad was 19 in this photo.
No, man, you got to think about not just Elvis, but like baseball players, football players. Like back in the day, people used to be proud to serve.
My dad,
yeah.
My dad. This is actually at Fort Sill, and this is where he went to motor school. He was in technically the artillery, nuclear artillery, atomic, as they call it then, atomic artillery. And here he is. They were training on the mortars, and I never liked that photo of the uniform. The uniform looks really fucking weird to me. I didn't like those. And there's my Uncle Jim and some tool that he served with. I don't know who the fuck.
So clearly a Navyman.
Yeah. My uncle looked like something on the, what is it called? Cracker Jacks box.
Yeah.
He fucking, girls fucking loved him. He went out with Eleanor Donahue. He dated Eleanor Donahue before she became a star. Yeah.
Wow.
And there's my uncle, Uncle Harold, my grandfather. He looked like John Wayne as he got older with the squinty eyes.
Who's that James Dean looking mofo?
That's my dad.
Okay.
That's my Uncle Jack. Every adult here, including Everett, that's my cousin Everett. All these guys are war vets except for the kids. And just every single one of them, man.
Yeah,
Fucking
no,
tough
it's
hombres. That's my family. They built this house. That was my grandmother's house until she sold it. 14 Washington Street.
Yeah, I want to say my grandpa was in the Korean War. I don't know what to believe for my dad anymore. I guess mom will correct me, but he used to brag about like something. I think it was Vietnam or some shit. And then, but I don't believe that based off of what
Yep. What I like about this photo is this is just a bunch of guys my dad hung out with, and I think because dad was a cop at this time, and I think these were all cops. And but look at those fucking beer cans, Budweiser, Schlitz. That's a beer can.
No, but look at that
aluminum
bottle. That looks like a Red Stripe
tin.
bottle almost. What is that?
Those are tin.
Is that coffee
that
syrup?
is fuck. I know the one. It's got the wheat symbol at the top. I've drank that beer. It's either Schlitz or one of them that came in a little bottle.
And that's back when cans were
made. This is
made
when he was
out
a
of
cop, and he was sewing some stuff because he'd bowled at the time. That's my dad at 17, working on a car.
Damn, look at that car.
17.
How do you just brush over that? That's
my
like
grandpa owned this gas station there in Charleston, Illinois.
Well, whoever took that picture had their finger in the way.
No, I think that was on the other side of a vehicle. I'm not sure what the fuck that is. That might have been actually the leather strap on the camera, but you're right. Something scared, but it's still cool. You got full shot of my dad. This is one of the many patents in my dad's name. My dad became an engineer and invented something used by mulers to this day. they still use this because they've never found it's a self-tapping pipe. It pulls all the material out so it doesn't go into the fucking pipe.
Wow, you can get a patent for something like that? That's cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you have to invent it.
Well, yeah,
and the nice thing about Mueller's is that they followed the same thing as Westinghouse. That anybody who created something for them, they got paid for it, but they also got full credit for it.
No. You said it wrong. It's Westinghouse.
And
do you get the joke? No, wait, come on.
Yes.
Westinghouse.
I'm trying to see it because my dad's name is on here. Yeah, there it is. Gerry E. Cassell, Charleston, Illinois.
When you say ghost, it's ghost because it's GH. So when you have
it's just some cool shit about my family. My dad was an artist like me, but I'm the only one who actually tried to make a living. And my mother was an artist too. Her first real job when she was up in Alaska, because that's where her husband was stationed, was coloring. Get the fuck off there. Stop messaging me.
What?
Nothing. Just fuck with you. But I wanted to point out this guy had zero military experience. And this is the book cover I painted. Look at that finger. I didn't tell him.
I've seen this before.
Yeah, it's Dell Dye's Outrage. I did the cover for that book. And here's the guy. He's just this redneck buddy of mine. I'm still friends with this guy. Fucking loves fishing. Talks like this. Hey, buddy. And that was my toy M16 that I had.
Yeah, I was about to say it's got that big orange tip on it.
Airsoft. And I gave him a big kiss. I was so happy with the work he did.
It's Comic-Con compliant, though, because
I was showing him how shoulder slinging an M16 worked. But I was trying to explain to him how to do everything. And then the fucking guy, man, fucking nailed it on that photo right here. Look at that. I asked him, put his foot on a fucking box of, but we drank that right afterward. Drank it right afterward. This is all my stuff. I owned a lot of military stuff.
The only thing missing is an American flag. Come on, man. Like, where's you should have had a flag in there somewhere. That would have been perfect.
And there is another good friend of mine, Jimmy Hill. Do you know him, Keith?
No.
He has the nickname Jimi Hendrix because he's a rock guitarist in town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's our old apartment right there. This is the parking lot for Hardee's, and I lived right next to it. And that was where we went for tornadoes because there was no basement to run to.
Cool.
So we'd head over because Hardee's was open 24 hours a day. We'd run over there and go into their basement. They were good people to us. They were nice to us. And that was also, if I wasn't home, that was Zoe's safety place to go. She wasn't to go into the apartment and stay. She was to go to Hardee's and wait for me.
So which one of your parents, you said one of your parents was an artist as well?
Both of them were.
Both of them? So my dad definitely not, like con artist maybe. But my mom was Mom, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't you do like stained glass stuff? I remember she used to go by her name's Penny. So when she signed her artwork, she would sign it Centavo because I guess that's like Mexican for penny, or right? Is it or Spanish? Shit, sorry, Spanish for penny, Centavo. Is that right? Anybody?
I think Centavo is correct.
Okay. Well, anyway, but like that, I guess maybe art is genetic, and my kids are even better than me, so like, sorry.
No, I was reading some of the comments from my family. All these comments are family. These are all family comment. But this is me.
Mom
and
said
once I
yes.
want to point this out, every photo of me as a kid around the house, I always had food in my hands. Always.
Nice.
See, that's the same uniform I wore in football.
Whoa. Who are those two? Like,
now look at that. That's him and his brother. Now I want you to look at that uniform.
Which one is him?
Are you fucking kidding me? 73 is him. 63 is his brother.
I thought they were twins. I'm so confused, man. Like,
okay, ready?
Yes.
This is me down here. And that's
How come
him.
You look so tiny compared to your brother.
That's because I'm on one knee. I was taller than him.
Oh, I thought
and
maybe
for
you
the
were a midget.
picture.
Raise your phone a little bit. We can't see the. Yeah, there you go. All right. No, well, not that much. Jesus, man.
Way too much blackness. Back off with the blackness. Back up. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that I was always taller than he was, and for the picture they just wanted me down on one knee so they could put both of us in the picture together.
So I'm getting. I was asked to kind of keep up on the chat. I'm getting roasted in the chat, by the way. I don't know if you guys.
Oh, you
have
earn it
seen
every
this.
day. You earn it
Yeah.
every day, man.
So
here's my brother Steve. He had just gotten home on leave from the Marines.
Cool.
Me again with food in my hands. My mother, Sally, and my dad, and my sister Michelle. Also, he called her Becky. Now, this was his girlfriend at the time. I can't remember her name.
I love your mom's hair in that picture.
Oh, she was definitely a bouffant lady, man. She wore bouffant like crazy.
It's like some I Love Lucy shit. I love it.
Here, look at the uniform, Keith.
Wow.
I can't even see that. Man, that's giving me a headache. It's so
well. It's out of focus. It was an old camera, and that's Stanley Kennedy, who's still a friend, and Tim Kennedy. This is David Legge. He's still a friend of mine. And Floyd Bonacorsi, he just disappeared one day off Facebook. Him and both his sisters just left Facebook.
Wow.
And he's also in the photo of me playing a video game back in 1974. I've been a video gamer since 1974, dude.
Oh, I did. You know what? This whole time I didn't
me.
even know King's Portal was or King's Sport Cal
King's
was
Dominion.
black.
It's King's Dominion. That weekend was when they shot the movie Roller Coaster.
Mm-hmm.
And we were there for that. And I've looked, I can't find us, but we were there.
All right. I got to get some water. I'll be right back. My coffee's gone.
This is Waif Gerry. I'm a waif. Also a waif. This is the shed that I tell people about that my brother Jim locked me in. And my brother Steve. And I hate it. I can't find the photo, but that's me playing with my toys. And he bought this for my dad. I used to have an aircraft carrier that was almost the entire length of the sofa that I would bring out and put on there and play. I'd have planes land on it and shit, just playing military stuff.
Yeah.
Steve would buy me a lot of military toys. My brother Michael and me, 1969. No shoes. We wore flip-flops. We were poor. This is the first diorama I ever built when I was 11. Dad bought me some, what is that called? Jungle stripe.
Mm-hmm.
I got my ass kicked. I got a lucky kick in on him, and he beat the shit out of me. That's my teacher, and he's still Carl Hovey. I'm friends with him. I love this man. I would spend weekends at his and his wife's house with his kids, and I picked up a lot of Japanese from it. And I learned how to eat with. That's where I learned how to eat with chopsticks.
Oh,
at
nice.
his house.
So I think instead of morning coffee with Gerry, it should be called a slice of humble pie with Gerry.
Only when the chat fucks with you. That's my dad, always with a cigarette in his hand. My mother.
Don't mind if I do.
Look what she has. She has rollers in her hair and the thing covering it.
Hell yeah.
This is up north
50s,
of Phoenix. It's up towards Flagstaff, where it's still desert before you
He
get
looks
to
like
the
what's that Kevin Costner movie? He looks like that Kevin Costner in that movie where he's like driving that kid across the country.
good movie. He's a bank robber.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I love this photo because that is the most fake love I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
It's like, you son of a bitch, I'm gonna fuck you tonight. It's just, man, it's just the most unhappiest looking people. This is, I love this Christmas. This was at the house in Decatur. I had one gift. Those were all my siblings. There were 7 of us. A lot of gifts. This is a good picture of my brother Jim and me. I like that when I'm telling him, over there, because I was always demanding and pushy with my siblings. My brother Jim in my dad's arms. They had a very big love-hate relationship that eventually just evolved into hate. This is me at our house on Allison Street.
Is that Neil Adams?
Look at that car, dude. That's Perry Mason level shit right there.
That is classic.
And typical of Gerry, I'm on a girl's bike.
Yeah,
That's
but
my
like,
sister's bike.
man, it's way too big for your scrawny ass. I mean,
I never learned to ride a bike, man. I didn't know how to ride one until I was 10. I learned how to ride a bike when I was 10.
Oh.
The swing set my dad got me, but all of us used it. My brother Jim pushing me. And just some fun fucking memories. I like going back every once in a while looking at this shit. I love my nephew. Eric's such a good kid, and he served his country.
That's
He
what I
served it,
said.
did a full tour
King
in
Sport
Iraq.
Cow. Sorry.
It's all right, man. It's all
No,
right.
well, no, like King, yeah, the King Sport Cow. Keith, we did get confirmation, right? That's it. That is Neil Adams, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good pick. My dad. That's my birthday. My
Are
brother
those?
Steve.
Is your dad in his whitey
Win.
tighties? Is that
Yes,
what
he
I'm
is.
saying, right?
Yes,
And
he
a
is.
trench coat
With a fucking hat on and glasses and a fucking. That's actually
That
just. I think it's a jacket. I don't think that's a trench coat, but it could be a
okay.
trench coat.
Wow.
That's always been one of my favorite picks. I love this photo of me getting hit in the head by a full hard throw of hard rice by my nephew, Jason, who's
Yeah, but you're laughing it off. That's cool.
I love my nephew, dude.
Big old smile.
He was my first nephew. I fucking love that kid. He and I, because I was 18 years old here, man. I was still a kid.
Damn, is that Zoe's mom?
No, that is Benjamin's mother, Lori.
Okay.
Here I am at my brother's house. He took that photo. I look high, but I'm not. This is my
Like a
first
thug.
wife. Here she is. She was gorgeous, man. Benjamin's mom. She's just beautiful. I'm like, why are you with this goofy dude, man? And look at that. You can see the the homochromia.
No, dude, because like you have that classic like Dick Van
Or
Dyke
heterochromia.
look.
Heterochromia. It's I have two different colored eyes.
I got heterochromia for you, buddy.
She had gorgeous greenish gray eyes. Just she was something else. But boy, if she did not have her hair held down, Rosanna Dana, dude, her hair went out like that, like Bozo the Clown.
Love your cat, man. I mean, that is a classic.
That was the book I got from Monster, the famous Monsters of
Yeah,
Movie.
yeah.
And I bought it out of the back of that magazine, man. The year before, because look how new it still looks in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
It had not been fully worn in yet. Another shot of me. He hit me again. Everybody's tossing it. This is my brother Mike here, tossing it. My nephew fucking hauling back and just nailing me in the side of the head.
That's back when you were allowed to throw rice. Now it's like
and it's stupid because it's not true.
They say it
doesn't do that. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt birds at all.
It's whatever.
And
they just want to ruin everything.
this is just before my mom died, and she died. Actually, look how sick my brother looks there.
Way to bring the room down.
This was taken just before his death, and my mom, she was just trudging through having leukemia, and gosh, it was so rough on her. My brother Steven, everybody in the family says he and I look alike now. It's weird. And my sister Susan. These are my older siblings, the oldest in the family.
I don't see it. They say you look like the one in the middle.
It's not me. It's them, that my nieces and nephews that say it. Michael Beatty took this photo. That was in Seattle. We have just had dinner.
Yeah, man. Have you never heard that before? You look like, go back. You look like Dick Van Dyke. You look like a young Dick Van Dyke in that photo.
No, a lot of people said that when I was young.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
There's a specific photo. I'll show it to you where everybody said I looked like Dick Van Dyke. And when I was a kid, I would go every Halloween as Stan Laurel from Laurel and Hardy because I could do this. This is my first niece, Lori, who I'm still close to this day. She's like my little sister, even though she always calls me Uncle Gerry. I love you, Uncle Gerry. And I love you too, sweetheart. She's so awesome. What a good lady. This is a photo of myself and Zoe. Notice we're gingers here. This is an ex-girlfriend. She was nice. I was helping her out. I really shouldn't have had her in that photo.
You know what's cool though? You could easily crop her out of that and just have you.
I did. There's a crop version, but I'm like, I needed to have one copy to show that she exists. I don't think it's right to do that. But the ginger hair is for a reason, because she shut my daughter's hand that she's holding there in the trunk when I turned my back to put the basket in the cart away. And then I heard the trunk shut, and my daughter screaming, and I immediately knew what had just happened. I spun and unlocked that thing, pulled her hand out. Now, the thankful thing is at her age, she was between 5 and 6 here, and her bones hadn't completely formed yet. They hadn't ossified yet. So it didn't break her fingers. That was what I was terrified about.
Yeah.
And she was such a trooper about it.
I love the outfit
told
you have
her,
on her. I love that.
Oh,
top.
she was always dressed nicely as a kid.
Yeah.
Always.
You know,
I'm not.
That's like that's like some kind of like Asian.
My
it
daughter.
is. It comes from Hawaii. It was sent to me by Darlene. I showed you a photo of her and her husband, the Army guy. That's a state trooper. She bought her a bunch of those. But I wouldn't tell the hair thing.
Adorable.
So she got her fingers stuck in her. We went to St. John's there on the south side of Springfield, and they checked her. She was fine, but she was such a trooper about it. I said, I'm going to let you color your hair anything reasonable. You pick a color that's natural, I'll let you do it. So she wanted to be a ginger. So she colored her hair. And for her, because I always did this for her, I said, I will do it with you so you don't freak out about having your hair colored. So we had our hair colored together.
Aw.
And so that's why we're both gingers.
Paint, you ever paint your nails with your daughter? I'm sure you have, right?
She's painted my nails.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She's painted my nails many a time. And
Space Ghost.
This is my Aunt Maddie. She's the one when I was in Riyadh that sent me, what do you call it? When you send box with stuff in it to people, it's called a care something.
Package.
Care package.
Yeah.
She sent me, all my family would send me, certain members of my family would send me care package, including my dad. My dad was a dick. I'll tell you what he did. She sent me this care package. We had some great stuff she baked. She would she was an amazing baker. But then she had this knitted thing in there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this knitted thing? I swear to God, it looked like a fucking knitted jock. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And in the notes, she says, she's like, I was an athlete, so we call them jocks, the things you put on that your cup and everything goes into. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm reading the letter from her. She sent me because she said, I heard it gets really cold in Saudi Arabia at night because there's no cloud cover. So all the heat dissipates at night, and you will have frost and shit on the plants and shit.
Frosty balls. She said you're gonna have frosty balls.
She sent me a dick warmer to wear, and everybody in the barracks saw it and just laughing about it. And I'm like, so I wrote her this nice letter, and at the end it went, P.S. Please don't ever send me anything like a dick warmer again, Aunt Maddie. I swear to God, everybody is making fun of me for it. She had a big old laugh about it.
Yeah.
She was so wonderful.
Oh my God.
That's my brother
Frosty
Michael
balls.
again, and my sister Susan. And that's my nephew Joe. Yeah, there he is. That's my nephew Joe. He was ADD, very big ADHD. And you can see it in this photo. Cannot hold still. Crazy shit.
It looks like photos of me when I was a kid.
I hate this photo. I look like I'm like the lecherous fucking.
I'm gonna fucking
You look
shit
like
out that girl there. She didn't
you
know it.
look like a Doctor Who villain of the week or something.
And my sister Michelle, schizophrenic. She thought she could cut hair. She was a hairstylist. She was terrible at it. She cut this Bruce Lee haircut on me. Partial Mo Howard, and it's so fucked up. And I'm like, why? She tried to offer to give me a high and tight once, and I'm like, now you know what a high and tight is, right? Yeah. All on side, a little on top. She shaved my head.
I think you're rocking that hairdo in this picture, by the way.
No, I'm not.
Just like,
I am not rocking that hairdo.
Yeah.
Look at that. I look so fucking ridiculous in that hairdo. But I do look like a nerd. I will tell you that.
No, I dig it, man. Like I dig that hair.
Yeah.
You saw me with my big ass buck teeth in that '80s photo I showed you earlier. Jesus, man. I used to get called Bugs Bunny because my chompers were so big.
I'm getting very irritated. They're popping up. I'm showing pictures and chats keep popping up. I'm not doing it.
You should hit Control Shift R and then close it. And then
here's Gay Gerry right there. Gay Gerry.
Yes.
I love that one. Zoe and I having one of our typical video chats.
Monkey Jeebus, man, we gotta hang because you got that Vince McMahon avatar, and I just
Hey, Keith, remember this shit? This was before we had ever done a stream. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Our Han and
do we
Chewie
look
moment.
right? We're looking at ourselves going, do we look right?
I don't know. Keith looks like
I don't know, Keith. You
kind
look
of
black.
interested,
For some
and
reason
you
on
look-
camera, you look black.
Gary, you look really like disappointed or something. Like the look on your face.
Well, I was very
just
frustrated because I was just learning how to do a lot of this shit. Now people once again, this is a close trans friend of mine. This is all of us having dinner. That's Shane fucking Moore. His Indian name is Iso Bahikian. His wife Tracy. That is my roommate and buddy Travis. And I forget her name.
I'll be back.
You know it, Keith. She comes to all the cons. She's a masseuse and life coach. Really nice lady. And I'm nice to everybody. Don't care. She was a sweetheart that would show up to the show. Look at that fat gut. I'm so much smaller now. This is when Richard Bonk and I did that Ask Me Anything thing, AMA thing. That was fun. This is me when I was dying in the hospital and nobody came to visit me. That's family. This photo is a reminder to not drink around my daughter. I got drunk and I was on the floor and the kids were treating me like their own personal jungle gym. And I saw this photo and I saw that and I was ashamed of myself. And I never got inebriated around her ever again. Oh, Bill Murray eating my artwork. There you go. That's my artwork of Fahim. Bill Murray eating it because Bill Murray's weird. Everybody knows fucking Angus Oblong. He created the show, The Oblongs. And he bought my cover for Kiss.
Mm-hmm. That's a cool cover, dude.
I don't remember who drew this. Oh, Jameson, drew that. Don't know what's in there. There's my grandma. Miss that woman. She looked like George Washington on the dollar bill if you folded it on his face. Look how fat I was there. Jesus Christ. That was right before the weight loss. Because I yelled at my siblings. Look at see. There's a good one to Shane Moore. David Fott. We just lost him.
Yeah. His celebration of life was really well done. I mean, that was good. That was good.
It was. And Sammy, this is on Sammy Taylor's page. He's a sweetheart. That's me looking like I'm fucking Shane Moore in the back, and he's pulling his shorts up. It was funny. Gosh, a lot of fun. There's one of my favorite pictures. That's actor Phil Morris, who bought one of my art prints after I fucked with him. This was right after I fucked with him, too. He's like, I like you, dude. You're crazy. Oh, there's the guy that's not friends with us anymore. And there's our good buddy, Nathan Shelton.
Hey, dude.
Did that artwork. Nathan, great guy. Fucking love that dude.
dig that hair, bro.
Oh, here's the official, some of the official artwork I did of Roddy Piper for the movie Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies.
Nice.
Let's see anything. Here's
John O.
Shane Moore and I.
Oh, damn.
And here's
Oh.
Mac. Here's Mac, that son of a bitch that stole my Irish hat. Right there, that motherfucker.
That was Vision Con, and that was down in Branson.
And you know who that is?
John O.
John
Missed that
O'Zia.
guy.
Bye, Mom.
Yes,
I guess
you.
you've probably been gone a few minutes, but oops.
Oh, bye, PJO. Here's the entire and Uncle. What's his name? What did he go by? Oh my God, I forget his name. Uncle. Oh, he did the horror host show.
Yeah, here in Springfield for like a minute.
Adam, good friend of mine. There's David Fott's brother. There's David.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard from that guy. He was a strange one. And look at that fat gut there. Boy, oh boy. I just forgot his name, and I'm still friends with him. Oh my God. What the fuck's his name? Oh my God.
You kind of look like the Kool-Aid man.
All right.
Yeah.
And, who's this black dude? He keeps popping up in my pictures. He's Black Waldo. No, that's Gary Bedell, man.
That's GB.
It was Gary Cassell and Gary Bedell. I always thought it was funny. We both comic book artists, live in the same town, and actually lived a block away from each other for years, and have similar names: Gary Bedell, Gary Cassell. And there you have it. That was a great show, man.
That was.
That is the one where that Doctor Who guy that called me a cunt, and I said, "You know, I know where you live, right?" And
That's not
this
creepy.
I love this fucking show. It's a great show. She won my artwork. She's the news reporter from St. Louis. She won my artwork.
Damn.
And that's all of us together, Shane, her, and me. She's still on-air TV reporter down there. Great lady.
She kind of like
Here's
looks like
Shane
you're
showing his ass to us.
drawing. Oh, is that Zoe?
Yeah, it's Zoe right there.
Oh.
She photobombed him later. It's really good. But this is a good friend of ours. I won't say the name. I had a big crush on her back in the day. She gave me a big old smooch. I'm like, ooh. And
Well, now out in Hollywood, that's where
What?
she is now, working out in Hollywood.
Terrence, oh, that's awesome. This is my son Sean, my daughter Zoe, and one of her best friends from school. That she died, committed suicide. She was such a nice girl too. This is me signing artwork. All these kids came in.
You and David fought.
Is that David?
Yeah,
that is David. That's his bald spot. Yep.
Oh, that was a free.
That was the
comic
show
day.
you came to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I remember that day. Oh wait, no, this was another one, because the one that you came to is we were in front. This is in the back.
But I think I still came to that one too. But I got there late, so.
Are you sure? Because I heard they were segregated.
No, that was back when I was trying to hit all the comic book shops.
Yeah,
So-
man, free comic book day.
We had some really good ones in town at one point. And of course, I love showing this. This is when I had Bruce Campbell and Josh. You can't see Josh. He's right behind there. That's my Zoe's mother right there. That's Zoe's mother. And
zoom
there's
in?
Josh. You can see his face there. He's sitting right behind me.
Can't zoom in. Or...
And what's really cool here
so small.
is right here is Kevin Watkins,
So small.
a friend of Keith's of mine that also committed suicide. And this is in 1997. He was a kid. Showed up at a
Jesus,
convention
man.
that I put together.
So
Yeah.
it's come up twice now. For those of you who don't know, I have a charity called Nerds Never Say Die. You can check it out at nerdsneversaydie.org. It's suicide prevention, mental health awareness charity. It's I usually don't plug my stuff, but man, you've mentioned 2 suicides already.
Well, Keith and I have had a lot of friends commit suicide. It's just
yeah, me too. Sadly, that's why it's
terrible.
Charity.
But here, I love this one. I put this up every Veterans Day. My grandfather, my uncle, my dad, my brother. There he is holding the M48 grenade launcher. My brother Michael, myself, my nephew Eric, and my nephew Justin, all veterans. And I always love that, keeping those pictures of us.
Oh man, that's awesome. I really felt like I brought shame to the family. I was the first.
Black Widow.
Ooh.
This is the last time almost all of us were together. Jim wasn't there for this photo, but that's me. This is in 2013 or 2012. Yeah, this is right after my brother Mike died. And this is the one time we all got together. My sister Luann, my brother Steve, Michelle, Susan, and myself. And they just don't get along. Oh, my wedding. There's my brother Mike, best man. My pregnant, very pregnant ex-wife Lori, and Michelle, my sister again, and my sister Luann back there. Man, I hate that photo because the color is so fucked up on it. I did a color correction on it. This was amazing. This was just from my book, IDW at San Diego Comic-Con.
Wow.
It's like a huge show. Dale Dye showed up. And here's what we'll wrap up on. Dale Dye came to the convention, and let me find a really good picture of Dale if it's in here. I'm hoping it's in here. It's not. It doesn't look like it's in here. Dang it. Let me just look it up real quick. Dale Dye. Not Dale fucking Dye, even though that's what I call him.
I actually
Here he is with
killed
Tom
a
Hanks.
pregnant Black Widow once, and that freaked me the fuck out because it
Open
exploded.
image in a new tab. There it is, right there. Boom. All right, there's a good picture of Dale Dye, right there. So I'm already at the show, and I'm waiting for Dale and Julie to show up because they were guests of IDW for the show.
Lieutenant Dan.
And oh my fucking God, it was so funny. He comes in that door with Julia leading the way, and he's walking back with his, just that fucking mustache, man, like yours. He grows a great mustache. This shock of white hair, and he's walking in, and these kids see him, and they went, "Oh my God, sir, can we get your autograph? Would you, and he's like, sure, and he signed some paper, and they wanted to get selfies with him. And he's just so fucking elated that he got recognized at this convention. And he did all these selfies with them, signed their stuff. And as he and Julia turned to walk away, they both hear the one kid say to the other kid, "I can't believe we got a picture with Stan Lee."
Oh, I thought you were going to say Sam Elliott, but
True fucking story. And this is Dale, man. He took it in stride. He thought it was so fucking funny. They thought I was Dale Dye, or he thought I was Stan Lee.
We get it, Monkey Jeebus. You're a man. You're Vince McMahon. You got the.
Oh, that's Jamie.
Lindsay Wagner.
Lindsay Wagner played Jamie on Bionic Woman and $6 Million Man. So, yep, I'm going to stop the screen because this is where we end the show, man. 3 fucking hours.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. That's crazy.
Wow. I've got that here. Hold on. Let's do.
You're talking to me all
We're
wrong.
gonna do this one. This one first.
Wow. Wowie, wow, wow, wow.
Oh wow.
And then the one.
Oh. Yeah. You're talking to me all wrong. It's the wrong tone.
It's the wrong tone.
Let me ask you something. Huh? Does your mother sew? Boom! Get her to sew that!
I love Joe Dirt. It's one of my favorite. What do you call that when you have a film that you don't want to brag about loving?
A guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure. That's it.
Yeah.
It's one of my guilty pleasures.
Well, whatever helps you sleep at night, bitch.
It is. But I want to thank everybody for joining the show today. Hey, thanks for dropping in, guys. Once again, Dork Night is clearly Mr. Green Jeans. And Martin, being on the show today rather than behind the scenes, is sort of my Mr. McFeely.
What? Yeah, I'm the Ned Flanders to his Mr. McFeely.
And I forget the guy's name, but he was the black gay postman for Mr. Rogers. What was his name?
Black gay postman?
It's
they didn't know he was gay until years later, although Rogers knew.
In the neighborhood.
And what I loved about it was that, and didn't love about it, is that Rogers understood that society wasn't ready to accept him. So he felt that him being black was the more important one to deal with. And so when they put their feet in that wading pool, that little kiddie pool,
so
it was a huge moment in television history. You remember that?
Yeah. Keith, that photo you just showed us?
Yeah.
Only thing you were missing was like a Straight Outta Compton shirt. I mean, like that was like a rap album cover.
I'd buy that for $1.
Awesome one. That's what this show's about, is me talking about entertainment news, but at the same time, I'm going to go off on little tangents because I wanted to, open up because I don't really want to talk too much on the other shows about serious stuff. I don't want to get into politics, mind you, but I do like talking about my family, issues with my family. There's one. Yeah, I like that one. That was a fun day.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun day.
Your
that was
hair,
in the
man.
house when I lived in Springfield.
Why do you wear hats? You have such beautiful hair. My God.
Because Steven won't shut the fuck up about it. He makes fun of me when I am not wearing my hats.
Beautiful
with my hair.
I want hair like that.
Also, I'm not supposed to be doing this at all.
Yeah, because Craig got upset about it. You guys need to stop that. So in our promos for season 2 is coming for Pop Culture Minefield, featuring 60% less hands in the camera.
You have a season? You have seasons on YouTube?
We did.
Oh,
now we just keep going. Fuck it. It's year round. It's like a talk show.
The chat list is ready.
Thanks a lot, John. By the way, how did your stuff go today? Or do you want to talk about it? We can talk about it in private. Never mind. Yeah, I hate it when people talk about too much private stuff in public.
You know what really grinds my gears?
That's exactly right, Peter. That grinds my
Same
gears.
thing that really trips my trigger. Oh, what do you call it? Something doogie? What's your thing?
What freaks your doogie?
What freaks your doogie?
Yeah, we're going to do that again as long as we don't have a guest. Although I might do that even with a guest at the end. It's like, before we go, I have a little segment I like to call What Freaks Your Doogie? Things that really excite you or trigger you, good or bad. Whatever it is. What freaks your doogie? What freaks your doogie? I should do a voice with that too. The echo.
Yes, Peter Venkman fan site. I literally said that. So,
by the way, next week I host Shit Talk, and that's the graphic for next week. Right there. Hold on. Right there. Live with the turd. I like that one. Yeah, that's good shit right there. And that was directed at Keith because he's always racist.
Can I interest you in a sarsaparilla?
He only pretends to like me. I'm just another cracker.
You know what it is really? I'm mad because my brother really likes Gerry on the show. I mean,
you want some cheese with that wine? Come on.
This is what Keith would love to say to me.
You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English, giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole.
What I love about that scene, by the way, still to this day, is that his eye movement. He looks at something with each thing he says. He's looking at something. When he says giant, he's looking at the top of his head. When he's overdressed thing, he's looking at his fucking tie and the tie pin he has on. I fucking love that movie. Kevin Kline was brilliant and deserved the Oscar.
Oh yeah.
And of course, I love the return here, the retort.
How very interesting. You're a true Bulgarian, aren't you?
You're the Bulgarian, you fuck.
And then this one.
Apologize. Are you totally deranged?
I love that fucking movie, I swear to God. With that, we are out of here. I don't think we had any super chats, do we? No super chats. Stephanie Beatty is here. Hi, Stephanie. And let's see. Just a great chat today. Thanks for dropping in, guys. I hope I laid down some stories for you that you were entertained by. And they're just the tip of the iceberg. I have so many fucked up stories. I mean, when I start getting into the really fucked up ones, while I was in the Army, like there's a fucked up one there that involves a kitten. I bought my wife. Yeah. And then she made me tell the story in front of our entire platoon.
I will never forget that story, dude.
And I think I'm going to use the hard word, the C word. Norm Macdonald's favorite word. I remember, like, he was telling this story about the gay pride parade, and Dennis is just fucking dying. He says, I was wondering when you were going to fucking say cock on my show. It's just like, just waiting for that moment, because I know you're holding it in reserve, waiting for that perfect moment to deliver the word cock.
Well, speaking of cock and
I want to thank
cock and bringing the room down, when I was a child and I went to a Catholic church, my priest took me aside. No, I'm just fucking with you. Sorry.
Well, there's this joke, and I'll end this on the joke and then do my thank yous. No, I'm going to do my thank yous first. I want to thank, of course, Arwen Avalon was here, our good friend and partner in crime on the Scoop Zone. Awesome one. Bill Barkley, Das Wolfen, who is a good friend of ours in real life. D-Bud Martin, good seeing you. Esage was here. It's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. I love Court. She's a good person.
Court Balls.
Really good person. Jacob the Critic, another friend of ours in real life, Keith's and mine. Justin of the Red Shirt, a person for whom I do a show with once a week on Toxic Tuesday. Be seeing you. Be seeing you. King's Portal, Monkey Jeebus. Fucking Monkey Jeebus, man. Parrot Head. Two guys that cracked me up. PJO is Dork's mom. Hobbs was here, real wit. Shinatsky, got an eye on you, Shinatsky. Sox Bulletins was here. Stell Assassin. The Dork Knight was in the chat and on the show. And the lovely Sherry dropped in. And I'm sorry, Parrot Head, your stuff is funny and perverse, but nobody touches
What sword is that?
For posting fucked up shit on our private groups. Go ahead and say it real quick, Keith, what sword that is.
Well, I have no idea. I just picked it up and thought it was so cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked cool. Yeah.
I want to thank Peter Vickman Fansite for being a regular. I love you guys. War Monkey, dude. You're fucking awesome. Great fucking name. Your Muslim uncle. I follow him on Twitter, and he follows us on the show. Zacharot315, thanks for dropping by. And, of course, our dear friend in real life, Stephanie Beatty, which I'm looking forward to seeing you at the con. And Keith and I will be there.
You talking about?
We're going to be there with our bells on. Maybe nothing else, but our bells will be on. I hang them from our balls, so when we walk, we jingle.
No.
Although the thing that bugs me about Keith when he walks around naked is the slapping sound you hear with it.
Well, you know, when you got big balls, it happens. So
that was actually a black guy dick joke, not fucking.
Wow.
I'm the one with goat balls right now. I'm getting old. But I'm going to end this. What was the thing you were talking about that was going to lead me to tell a joke? What was it? I said I'll tell it in a second.
I was
Priest. Okay.
Yeah, Priest.
So,
yeah.
It's coming up around Easter, and the priest loses his other priest that works with him. A lot of times they're back and forth helping each other at parishes, and he's all by himself this Easter Sunday, and they're got to do confessions after services. And so a rabbi that's at the synagogue right down the street says, "Look, we're both men of God. I can help you with this. I can do this." And he says, "Well, I'll tell you what, Rabbi, it's actually not that hard. When you go into the box, you'll see a note right next to the window that you'll be talking to the person through. And right there is a list of sins and the penances for each sin. And you just set the number, but the penances in each one for what you find. And I'm telling you right now, if it's not on the list, just lean out the door and ask anybody passing by what the penance is for that sin." He says, "Okay, I can do this." So he goes through a bunch of them, and it goes really well. And then he gets this young lady. She goes, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." He goes, "When was the time of your last confession?" She says, "It's only been a week." "What could a beautiful young lady like you do in 1 week?" She goes, "Well, I had anal sex with Father Rob."
Oh, my God.
He's like, "You did what?" "I had anal sex with Father Rob." "You mean he did that to you?" She's like, "Yes." And he goes, "Hold on." He looks down the list, and there's nothing there. He's like, "Oh, what do I do?" He opens the door, and he leans out, sees a little kid putting out candles. He goes, little boy, altar boy, what do you get for anal sex with priest?" And he says, "For me, about 50 cents in a chocolate bar." And I don't normally like those jokes, but that would always crack me up because, I'm a devout Catholic. So,
final one.
Yep, Taryn.
That's my baby girl and her cat.
Yes, awesome one. Thank you. I am a Virginian. I'm a proud Virginian. I love that state. I'll never go back. It's not big enough for me and my ex-wife.
I thought it was a commonwealth, not a state.
It is a commonwealth. Also, as a commonwealth, it is considered a state territorially, but it is called the Commonwealth of Virginia. And unlike other states, It has counties and townships and cities. Other states have cities and towns that are within counties, not Virginia. They're all three separate.
Isn't Pennsylvania a Commonwealth also? I know there's like a
I don't recall Pennsylvania being one. I thought Virginia was the only Commonwealth.
No, there's like two. I have to Google it now.
And I love the ads about it. Virginia is for lovers. That was a big promo. And I lived in Virginia. I'm like going, it's not true. That's a lie. This is a terrible place to come if you're a lover. But King's Portal put a kitty cat. Yay, put a kitty cat. Got the low. Okay. All right, Stephanie. Be seeing you guys soon. Be seeing you.
I found it. There are 4 states in the United States that are commonwealths and not states. Those are Kentucky, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Virginia.
I was about to make a joke, but I don't know if I should, Keith. I don't know. Should I? Should I make the joke? I guess you guys were preparing for a life of crime.
So 2 black guys behind
I said
bars.
That. 2 black kids behind bars.
Yeah.
Go ahead, tell them, because I'll put this up right there. As nice as that sounded, these are our race.
Well, you know. Hey, man, he showed the picture, not
Good.
us. So.
Good pictures.
Hey, look, I figured, Gerry showed a lot of pictures of when he was younger. That's a younger picture of me.
Well, you guys got to see my Bugs Bunny buck teeth earlier, so we're good on that.
So for that, you get this one.
Are you crying? Am I crying? No, I'm not crying. You're crying.
I'm not crying.
Because we love our families and we love talking about them. But Gare Bear, yes. That was started by John Alderink, colorist from Marvel Comics, started calling me Gare Bear. That's he's the one who started. He still calls me that. Still calls me that. Wished him a happy birthday a month ago, and he goes, "Thank you, Gare Bear." Fuck, man, love that guy.
Nothing like nicknames.
I can love that dude.
Too manly for what? Awesome one.
He's a Viking, man. He is. And what's really, I make fun of him because his hair is receding finally, but he's got a shock of fucking bright red Viking hair. He's not Irish one iota. He's fucking Viking. And I always call him my Viking buddy. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, the word Viking actually means pirate in Norse. So there you go. You're welcome. You're welcome.
The more you know.
Hold on. No. I'll play it.
Just got learned.
Thank you.
Just got learned. And with that, I want to thank my friends for dropping in on me. Thanks a lot, Dork. Daniel. Thank you, Martin. And thank you, Keith, for dropping in. You guys are friends. Enjoy having you on. No matter how much I shit on you guys, I love you. I fucking love you. Keith's got to go.
If you didn't Amber Turd me, I wouldn't think you liked me. So
I got to tell you, man. That girl had that said in fucking live court. They mentioned it like several times, and I'm like, how she doesn't realize her life is over, I don't know. She's that stupid.
Yeah.
Y'all fuck off now. You hear?
Hey guys, thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show, please make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon for updates on our shows and channel. Also, please leave a comment, and we'd like to know what you thought of the episode, as well as letting us know if there's something you'd like us to cover in a future episode. Don't forget that you can become a member of Pop Culture Minefield now. Make sure to visit our membership page
Just us.
and merch store at popcultureminefield.com. You can always find Pop Culture Minefield on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch.
I meant for you too.
Hey, remember, we got a show premiering in 1 hour. Our interview with one of the greatest legends, living legends, horror lady fandom. Big Dizelle, also Morgan Ball. Our interview starts in 1 hour. I will be in the chat. Please, if you want to drop in, Come back now.